Just a dad from New York. For really. Yeah. Back in the days, this game was different. In 85, New York that had the vision. Collected sneakers cause he knew what it was coming to. It started with the ones and now he's here to apply the jewels. Be about it. If you're trying to get with this, you need a way around it. If you lose, there's no need to be so emotional about it. And I don't need to resell cause I know how to weigh out my options. Even though that's not so common.
Turn the hell up. Brooklyn is in the house.
We're all here for the same thing. We all love sneakers. And as you already know, there's a lot of problems in getting the sneakers that you want.
You're a sneaker lover, this is what you want to see, man. Quality like this. Your head, bro! Why you emotional, baby boy? The sneaker game is not a game no more. Now it's a sneaker war.
I like to show people how to cop on their own.
If you don't belong to a group and you don't have a bypass link, I suggest not to even try, but you do what you want to do. Make sure you guys subscribe, bro. Smash that like button.
Back in the days, this game was different. In 85, New York that had the vision. Collected sneakers cause he knew what it was coming to. It started with the ones and now he's here to apply the jewels. Be about it. If you're trying to get with this, you need a way around it. If you lose, there's no need to be so emotional about it. And I don't need to resell cause I know how to weigh out my options. Even though that's not so common.
You. Let's wait for everybody to start pulling up, bro. I'm a little bit tired, bro. I went to the city today. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys weren't on the live stream. You guys were probably working, bro. We went all the way to the city, and you know what stuck in my mind? If you watch the stream over again, bro, that we seen Versace, and Versace had no shoes on, bro, and that really bothered me. And I'm still like thinking about it. And I was gonna buy him slippers and shit, so he could actually put something on his feet. But he told me no. If I get him some slippers or whatever, that they weren't gonna fit because his feet were all swollen and stuff. And that just keeps playing back on me on my mind, bro. And it makes me feel bad, bro. I can't watch somebody, you know, that I know, even though he's homeless or whatever, he's in a wheelchair and stuff. You know, the block takes care of him, but it just keeps playing over and over in my mind. So I'm probably gonna find some shoes for him somewhere, and I'm gonna just bring him a pair of shoes so he could put some on his feet. That shit bothered me, bro. That shit bothered me really bad today. Yo, what up? Purple Haze, what up, man? Will I Am, what's up? Who else is here? Lady. And Big Irv, what up, man? What up? Yeah, that shit bothered me, bro. You know, the shish kebab guy that I go get my shish kebabs from, he was there. He gave him some food. I gave him some money. And I told him, I said, you want me? I'll go right now. He goes, nah, because my feet are all swollen and they hurt. And, you know, somebody bought me some chanclas before, but, you know, he goes, I had to take them off because they didn't fit my feet and they were the biggest ones that they had. And, you know, he just didn't want it, but I'm going to bring him like some socks and sneakers every year, bro. Every freaking year it happens. Versace, I see him with no shoes on. The last time was last year. He had no shoes on, and I went and bought. Oh no, he had some beat up old ass boots with holes on the bottom of the boots, and we took the boots off. I bought him some shoes, and I bought him some socks, and he put on the socks, bro. That shit bothers me, bro. The tea is fire too, bro. Oh, mine. My tea? Oh shit. This is the Kith Oscar the Grouch joint. Kid Oscar the Grasso, I love this tee. And you already know. Shout out to Rafi Collects, bro. You already know I got the Rafi collection family tee. You know me, I love my tees, bro. I just found a bunch of tees, bro. Look at this, man. I just found a bunch of them brand new. I just found what I found. What I got over here. This is I found the Sopranos kit. The Sopranos. Another Sopranos kit joint. This is the Supreme Max B. Supreme Max B. This came out. I think it came out last year. Last year, I think it was the beginning of the year, and Max B was still in jail. So he just got out a few months back. I forgot who this guy is. I know I still got a rep. Still got it in the thing. And I got my Supreme Wu-Tang joint. Yes, sir. I still got some more. I still got more shit over there, but those are like the ones that I copped from my Kith and Supreme. I got some polo tees still wrapped up. Yeah, those tees, those Kith Soprano joints are worth. One of them is like $250. I seen they were reselling that shit. Purple Haze said, yeah, I was about to say the same thing about his tee. I have a killer t-shirt collection too, bro. Hell yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, as long as you got fire tees, bro, you good. Listen, shorts, bro, there's just so many shorts, that you could get fucking just so many different colors. I wear sweat shorts. So what does everybody always get? Black, gray, and any kind of shade in between, red, and like a beige color, like a cream color. That's it. And if you wearing bright colors, you get a red one or a blue one. I don't see too many people. And you know what I really, really want is I'm always on the lookout. I'm always on the lookout for camo shorts. I like camo shorts. Like these, they fit weird, so I don't really wear them. But these are from what's that skate joint? Fucking what's it? Black Sheep. These are from Black Sheep. You see the logo right there? Black Sheep skate shop right there. These are from Black Sheep. I like camo too. Camo's the shit. Yeah, have you seen the new Nike Kobe image tee, bro? No, I haven't seen that. Nike Kobe image tee? No. You know what I would like to see Nike put out or Jordan brand put out? You know the laser boxes with like Michael Jordan's face. Do a bunch of different people with like they do on the box, but on a tee. Maybe you could even have it squared off to be like the top of the box and just put the laser print of like Michael Jordan's just face or Kobe, shit like that, bro. They're selling them at Foot Locker and Finish Line. The Kobe image tee is fire too. I'm going to go check that shit out. Next time I'm at the mall, I'm going to go check it out, see if they got it. Yep. It's a black tee with a big image of Kobe on the front. I copped the black and white one, bro. I'm going to go check it out. Thank you. I'm going to go check that shit out. Big Irv said what? Camo goes with everything. Yeah, hell yeah. Black, camo, the gray. But listen, there's just so many shorts or bottoms. There's just so many different colors you could do. You know what I mean? I don't wear jeans. I stopped wearing jeans years ago, bro. I don't wear jeans. I'm not comfortable in jeans, bro. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like jeans. And, if I'm not going out to like an event or to a party or something, I'll wear like sweatpants and shit. Yo, special guest is here. We was just waiting for a special guest to pull up. You feel me? Yo, what up, Solo?
Yo, what up?
What's good, bro?
Nothing here. I had to run outside real quick.
That's all right. That's all right. You know how we do. So yeah, I was just talking to everybody about my tees and shorts and shit, but I was waiting for you to pull up. I guess fuck it, we begin now. Let's begin now, damn it. Let's begin
Well, what do
now.
you want to see?
What? Here, no, not yet. Not yet. I don't want to see nothing. I want you to get comfortable first.
I still have everything. Yeah.
First off, listen. Let's start off with this. We got to start somewhere. I want to start off like this. In your opinion, we were talking about. Let me tell them who you are first and why I have you up here. Number one, we were talking about the perfect pair, the authentication of the shoe, of the signature on the shoe. Now, you always pop up in my mind when it comes to things like that, because what people don't know about you is that you're a big collector of autographed things that are autographed, mostly baseballs, right?
Yeah.
So you've been around this for a long time, and you could tell just by looking at certain things, you could tell about this subject. You're not a professional, but you've been around it for so long that you could tell. Now, in your own opinion, what do you think about the shoe?
The only thing I find weird, in my opinion, is Jordan writing 1990 whatever MVP finals.
Yeah.
Because to get if you go to like conventions and stuff of autographs, the players always charge extra to write special inscription.
Yes.
And that costs money. Also, he only mentions Phil Jackson's autograph. Who are the other people on the autograph on the shoe?
Well,
shoe
from what I understand, from what I've seen in past videos, that shoe, the perfect pair, he says has the whole team,
That's impossible. There's how many
1998 team.
how many players are in a basketball team? Isn't it like 12? I don't see 12 autographs on there.
No, let's Google that shit. Fuck it. Let's Google that shit. How many?
And another thing, if that was how okay for Jordan to write that on a pair of sneakers, it has to be the last shoe that he wears because he cannot write Finals MVP on Game 3 because he doesn't know he's gonna get the MVP.
All right. So what it says here, a standard basketball game features 5 players per team on the court at a time. The total roster size vary by league. NBA teams have 15 players and 13 of them are active.
Yeah, there's not 13 signature on that shoe.
Yeah, you don't think there's 13 signature? Remember, we only see one side.
Yeah, but Zaya actually put a video, a very very early video, and it shows the same inscription, the same autograph on both shoes, on the
both?
same place.
Wow.
Yeah, he just posted it up. The perfect pairs. He's wearing a LeBron James jersey. It's a very old video,
Wow.
and both shoe has the same exact 1990 whatever MVP final, the same Phil Jackson autograph on the toe cap.
1998.
Yeah, like he wrote it on both shoes, and for him to write that, that means that he already has to have won the finals. That means that it has to be the last shoe. There is one thing that kind of makes sense. It could have been the ball boy, and the ball boy sold it to the perfect pair's brother.
Yeah, but that's not what the perfect pair is claiming.
No, that's not what he's claiming. But that's the only logic thing. Because if you see the documentary, what was that Bulls one that came out during COVID?
The documentary, yeah, it's on Netflix. I know what you're talking about.
If you see it, Jordan gives his stuff to like the ball boy or that blonde guy that was always with him.
The security
yes.
guy.
The security guy is the one that usually gets like,
and he goes like this.
Yeah, that was like his really close friend, and he would give him all the stuff. It's just weird. Like it makes no logic sense.
It doesn't make no sense because he said that his brother went and got the shoe and brought it
But
home.
who are they to get Jordan's actual shoe?
That's what I'm saying. But they also he's also saying that he was there when they signed them, the both of them. I
But
was
who
like,
are they to be next to Jordan signing that?
that's what I'm saying.
If
That's what I'm
anything,
saying.
Jordan will give it to somebody who's really close to him,
And to,
or
yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
like. And in the documentary, you only see the blonde guy and you see the ball boy. And those are
Yeah,
the only people that are that close to Jordan. Who is the perfect pair in 1998?
who knows?
People only sneaker people know who he is. You could ask some guy in Wall Street who's the perfect pair. You're gonna be like, who the hell is that? You know who would actually be great for this? That you ever seen that guy Golden? That he runs that some Jewish guy. He runs the Golden website that they auction out like big memorabilia.
No, I don't know him.
Well, he has a series. He has a series on Netflix. It's called. Damn, I forgot, but it's a series. It's really good. It's about merch, autograph stuff, and he's like really close to Barry Bonds. And he auctioned out one of his shoes, one of Jordan's Jordan 14s.
Mm.
If anybody was to get something like that, it'll be him, because he's like very well connected. Of course, he's Jewish, but that's another story.
But here's the deal that I say. I mean, a big deal would be I don't know if in '98. I mean, his brother died. I don't think he was as big as
But
he is.
who are they? That's the thing. Like, who are they to be next to
I
Jordan?
mean, Perfect Pair has money, but I don't see him being next to Jordan. I've never, ever, never, ever in all the years that I've been collecting shoes, the Perfect Pair popped up after. To me, popped up after the pandemic, after COVID, and then I started inquiring about him, because I wanted to know the same thing you said. Who
No,
is he?
I saw him. I want to say like 2010 around there. That
Yeah,
video that he has a LeBron James jersey is a very old video, and he's showing like his sneaker collection.
he
That's
got
a very
money,
old video.
but
But
it's true what you're saying. In '98, who the hell was the perfect pair to be going up to Michael Jordan? Michael
most of the
Jordan,
sneakers that he has weren't even out in '98.
people don't even know how protected that man was. You know, it's even in that documentary that you was just talking about. He would stay in his hotel room 24/7. He would only come out of his hotel room for games.
Unless Jordan is true, what also Zaya said, if Jordan, he's a big gambler. Unless he
Yeah,
went and gambled in the Perfect Pairs family casino and lost a lot of money, and they was like, you know what, just pay up by signing these shoes. That's the only thing. But
yeah,
Jordan's not that messy. It would have
but
came out in the news.
yeah, they would have came out because you remember when he did the golf thing and he got accused of being a degenerate gambler and he gambled like $500,000 on golf. He put on and that
And
was a big
one
yeah.
main thing, anybody who meets Jordan takes a picture with Jordan. I don't care how prideful you are, or oh, I don't want to be starstruck, I don't want to be a groupie. That's
Yeah.
one guy you're groupie to.
That's one guy.
There's only three people that I could think of, maybe four,
I don't
that
care
people would
how
be.
shy you are, bro. I don't care how shy you are, bro. You get an opportunity to take a picture with Michael Jordan. You taking that picture, bro.
There's only
I don't give a
four
fuck.
athletes that I could see people be like, yo, I have to take a picture with him. One
Yeah.
is Jordan, Kobe, Mike Tyson, and even Michael Jackson. Those are four people
And
that when you see them and you're next to them, you're like, yo, find a camera. I'm taking a
and
picture with them.
one in the world is Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Soccer
You
player.
know,
Or Messi. But
Derek
don't
Jeter's
do it
another
like
one.
that. Derek
But
Jeter's another one.
but Michael Jordan, you telling me if you meet Michael Jordan, you're not gonna find a camera somewhere and be like, yo, I'm taking a picture with him. I
Somebody,
will even
yo,
ask if
can
there's no
send,
cameras, I'll ask somebody to draw a picture. Like we're figuring
bro.
this shit out.
I tell somebody to take their phones out, take that picture, send it to me. Here's my number. Send me that shit right now.
In
You know?
1998, everybody was walking around with disposable cameras, those little Kodak ones.
Yeah.
Somebody has to have a picture. He
Let's
has to have a picture with Jordan to believe that. I don't care. I don't know why
let's
he just can't say, "Oh, I bought it off someone" or
this
whatever. Like he has to say, "Oh, I was there." No, you wasn't. You wasn't in the locker room.
He said
Jordan
he
was
was
crying on the
there.
floor.
He
Jordan
said
was
he
crying
was
on the floor.
there.
The last thing he thought about was, oh, I gotta sign this for the perfect pair.
He was present and he was there, and that he's got pictures of him signing. Where's the pictures, bro?
Nah, man.
Where's the pictures? He's still saying, and it just by in your opinion, the signature. Let's just say the
The shoe
signature.
doesn't look worn. If the shoe looked worn, then maybe he could justify it. But the shoe looks worn. I wear a pair of sneakers one day, dead stock, and it already has creases. And I just went to the bodega.
His
It might didn't
just
play. It might didn't play in a full court game.
his justification was that he put shoe trees in it.
I don't want to hear that. It still has to have worn and tear.
Yeah,
Jordan gets premium sneakers.
bro. There's a play.
The quality of his sneakers are not like retail. So they're gonna show wear and tear because they're supposed to take a hit.
Listen, and if you watch that I've played the video before. That shot, he comes and they say he pushes off the guy. He said he pushes off, but you see in the shot his foot, both his feet, the shoes are there's so much stress on the shoes that they're sideways.
Yeah, Jordan has special shoes that they bounce back off his feet.
So, bro, if you the pictures we looked at, you already know. Everybody already knows them shits look brand new. The signature doesn't match the red 13s that he had right next to them. I don't know. It just sounds fishy to me. For somebody that critiques other people when they got fakes, from what we found out today when we were with Zaya, when we was talking about this with Zaya, was the perfect pair has always, he's bought a few fakes. He bought like 6 pairs of the Dornbecker 4s.
That's crazy. And it only took Gold Bar one try and he got it right.
Bro, it took he bought 6 of these, 6 pairs of these.
You will know by pair number 3.
They were all fake. But exactly, you would know already, bro. You would definitely know. And I'm not trying to shit on the guy. I got respect for his sneaker game, the passion he got for the game. But bro, don't be another one of those. Don't be like DJ Khaled, because if DJ Khaled didn't have the hookups, he wouldn't know what the hell he was talking about either, bro. You have to have that. You gotta have it. To me, somebody gifting you a pairs, or you just going out and because you have the money going out and buying sneakers, doesn't mean that you know that you have knowledge.
Exactly. I always said that. Sneakerheads who are just rich and just get it, they're not sneakerheads. They just could afford it. A real sneakerhead is the one that grinds and goes out, camps, rain, snow.
Trades, does all kinds of shit to get. Bro, when I started all of this, bro, I was getting bricks, bro. I was getting regular bricks. I ended up selling bricks, to selling 20 pairs to get one pair that I really wanted. I would trade 4 or 5 pairs so that I could get one grail pair that I really wanted. That's how I ended up. People always just, New York, Dad, how did you do that? Because I'm a real sneakerhead, bro. I'm gonna find a way to use my sneakers to my benefit, not just go out and have some money and go out. Yeah, well, I'm gonna buy this grail. No, bro. You see how long it took me to get my 85? It took me a while, bro. But that was it. Once I got my 85, that was it.
And if I was the perfect pair, I wouldn't even want the shoe. I want a game jersey. That's what I want. A game used jersey.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Jordan probably had like 10 of those pairs in the locker room. He probably tried one on and was like, nah, this cut doesn't fit. Or this and that. And that's it. He could claim it as game worn. Now, I want a jersey that he was wearing on game 2 in the 3rd quarter. Now, that's a true signature.
Yeah. Bricks to grails, bro. That's what
And
I'm
how come he
saying.
doesn't have any other memorabilia of Jordan signed? Show me an upper deck card of 101. Show me something like that.
He said the top shelf of that display case that he has, that those are all game worn shoes. They all look brand new, bro.
Yeah, a game.
They
You could
all
Google
look,
game used shoes, and you're gonna see that they're beat up.
yeah, you're gonna see one game, bro. Even one half of a game, bro. And remember, he changed his shoes every he changed his shoes once. He wore one in the first half. He changed them in the second half to another pair, and they're both beat the fuck down, bro. We
What's wrong with
talking
that?
about Michael Jordan, bro. This nigga left. This nigga played to win. He didn't play to lose. So he's giving the extra, bro. He's going out there. He's making moves, all kinds of moves, and that's wear and tear on the shoes, bro.
Yeah, from the documentary, it sounds like he gave them shits out to that blonde guy and the ball boy.
What I'm
Those are
gonna
the
watch
people
the
that got the
documentary.
chairs, the jersey, the shoes. Because Jordan didn't care back then. He was like, "Here, keep this shit." People didn't care for selling it. You was a ball boy. You got a pair of Jordans. You were like, "Oh wow, I'm gonna put this shit in my room."
I'm not selling that shit.
I would never. If
No,
Jordan
I
gave
would
me
never
something
sell it.
from his personal collection, that shit, I'm staying with that shit unless I
That's
hit
for
rock bottom
that's
and I
for my
need
kids'
money.
future. That's for my kids' future, not for me.
You could put a down
Uh,
payment on a pair of shoes like that, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
So what you got? What you got going out there, bro? What you got out there?
Not well, like in my collection.
Yeah, bro. What you got? What you got that you want to show us today? Yo, Eric said I want game worn Roscoe football cleats from his heydays in college. Nicholas College over in Massachusetts. Damn.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know he played football.
He played football, bro. I seen a New York mom found a picture of the chicken hustler, and he looked like Shrek. I guess the steroids, bro, the juice. He was like this, bro. He had no neck, and he had the crease in his forehead from
That's
being so
crazy.
big. And look at him now, bro. The boy has shriveled up like a fucking
I
prune.
feel bad for him.
Listen, I don't mess with him no more, but I'm not gonna talk shit about it. I just laugh. He's a funny guy. He's funny. What am I gonna do? He's a comedian. He thought he could found his niche in sneakers, and he don't even have no sneakers no more, from what I see.
A
Poor
lot of
dude.
shit has died off, but it is what it is.
Poor dude had. I remember, bro. He had 1,200 people in his chat back in the day, bro. He can't even hit 300 now.
Shit's crazy, man.
It is what it is,
And
bro.
he's there every fucking day.
What you got going on over there?
I mean, what do you want to see?
Whatever you want to show. Whatever you want to show, my brother. You know that I'm happy with anything. Anybody shows, I'm happy. As long as you show me my favorite baseball, I'm good with anything else.
Let me see what I got new from
You got
last
sneakers
time.
in your house? You got sneakers in the house, or you still got them put away?
No, I still got my sneakers, but I'm tired of
Show these,
sneakers, man.
show a couple of show these people a couple of them crazy sneakers you got, bro. Yeah.
What can I show you? Give me a
You
minute.
got them.
Okay,
You
put
do your
this in.
thing. Yeah, there you go. Yo, what up, Solo?
What up? I got
was
some
in there.
Vans.
My man said he got some Vans. Oh my god.
I
Yo, bro,
got
not for nothing. Them Vans are going crazy right now. The ones with the jewels on them.
this black Jordan 4 box, and then I got these down here.
Oh yeah, those are
Still
nice.
that
Man.
stuff.
I listen. I enjoyed those. I
You don't have
got
them no
one of
more?
them. No, I sold them.
I
sold
still
them to my
haven't
boy
wore them.
Cash.
I gotta find the perfect day to
My
wear
boy
them.
Cash came over here. He said, "I'll give you this much for them." I said, "Sold."
I've been rocking these a lot. The bike airs
Those are
lows.
the bike airs from last year. Those are cool.
Yeah, I've been rocking those a lot.
Dope.
I mean, I know you hate these.
No, I'm not doing laundry right now. Go ahead.
I don't
Damn,
know.
bro, you got a lot of fucking shoes there, bro. I didn't know you had that many shoes.
Your favorites?
Those are my favorites. Are those lost and founds?
Nah, these are the 2016s. The lost and founds are somewhere.
No,
How that box? How that box looks like?
let's see them rare dunks that I know that you got, bro.
They're still at my mom's house.
All right. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, no, I never went. What the fuck is this? Oh,
What are those?
do you remember these shit?
Those are terror squads?
Yeah,
Yeah, the terror squads. I got those.
I never wore these.
Terror squads. Let's get it.
Um,
All right. You know what? Fuck the sneakers, bro. Let's see
yeah,
some of your other collectibles, bro.
this a newspaper article. Let me see if I could find that. Damn, I should have been ready.
Here we go.
Um,
Here we go. I want to see some good shit.
what? Oh, there's the newspaper from 9/11 when it happened.
Oh, 9/11. Yeah, you collect a lot of newspaper stuff.
Yeah, man.
You got World Series. Oh, I know what you got. You got the Mets. You got the Mets.
Oh yeah, I got. I
86,
just framed that up. I just framed
the
that up
Mets
right now.
the 86 one, right?
Yeah,
86.
I gotta put the 69 one over here somewhere.
86 was. I remember that, bro. I remember that World Series, man. I remember.
Like these are unopened packs of Pokemon Series 1.
What?
These go for money.
Yeah, that definitely goes for money, bro. Series
This-
1 open goes for money.
Yep, this is a. So this bag tag was in my luggage for work, and I don't know if you could see it, but I was working the flight to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Carlos Beltran was
Carlos
on it.
Beltran. I see the signature right at the bottom.
Yeah,
Carlos
he
Beltran.
signed it. Yo, his wife is mad cool. I got their number. I'm gonna go to Cooperstown in July
That's
to see him
dope.
go in.
That's dope. Carlos Beltran. What's that ring
That's
you
mine.
got there?
Oh, that's a Mets '86 promotional ring.
Okay.
Um,
Juan Soto, I saw.
Juan Soto, Beirut.
Let's see Babe Ruth. Focus on Babe Ruth. A lot of people ain't bet that's Babe Ruth, bro. Look at that ball. How old is that ball, bro?
Probably like from 28 around there.
1928, you said?
Yeah, around there. The late 20s, early 30s.
1920s or 30s? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
almost 100. That's almost 100-year-old ball, bro.
Yeah, man. That's
100-year-old baseball.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, that's almost 100-year-old baseball, bro.
Damn, there's a fucking newspaper article that I wanted to show you. I just gotta find it. Stuff. Is it in here? I don't even know what the hell this says. I know you're gonna appreciate this. My fault. I should have been ready. What the fuck is this? No. Hold up. I'll be right back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just give me a second. Go talk while I find this.
It definitely must be the nosy in me because I hold on. Let me put him in the solo layout. You guys can hear me, right? So it must be the nosy in me. I love just looking at people's what they collect. And when you collect stuff and you show it to me, I know I kind of get a roundabout idea of what kind of person you are. You know, I've seen people that collect Pablo Escobar memorabilia. What kind of person is that? A street higger. You know what I mean? But it's just it tells me I like people's collecting because you never see the same thing twice. You always get that wow factor. There's something that person has in their collecting that you say, wow, I can't believe that the person got that. Now he has an autographed baseball that that is, to me, that's the wow factor in his whole collection. That Babe Ruth has a wow factor. That Babe Ruth baseball, definitely a big wow. It's almost 100-year-old baseball. But he has a fucking Fidel Castro autographed baseball. Wait till you see that shit.
Yeah, I'm over here looking for what I want to show you.
All right. Go ahead, take your time, bro. Take your time. Let me take him. Let's do this. Oh, we got the split screen going. It's the split screen. Let's go.
I'm gonna say something like you say. Come on, man.
Come on, bro. Well, I don't like this layout. Why did it give me this layout, bro? This layout sucks. What did I do here? Why are we just side by side? I don't like the side by side, but oh well. We'll figure it out as we go along. I don't like the side by side layout. Yeah, that shit. Let me see something. Look at me. I'm over here playing around with the layouts. I don't know why it switched up on me, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm just messing around with this shit now. There we go. That's me.
Why can't I find it? I'm gonna just put the Fidel Castro ball there while I look for
What? Fidel Castro baseball, y'all. There you go, Lazaro. Fidel Castro baseball. That shit is crazy, bro. Now the story behind that baseball was he had a lady at work that used to travel to Cuba or whatever. And one day she brought him back a gift, and the gift was an autographed baseball. I don't know anybody in the world that has that. Oh shit. A Fidel Castro baseball card. That's wild. Huh? What do you think? I have one Wookiee card valued at 1.2 billion shekels. Yeah, that's all that's worth. Yeah, whatever a shekel is worth. I have Dope Pablo T and a Medellin hat. Oh, that's cool. How you got it? I just told you how he got it. A lady that worked for the government in Cuba went to Cuba, and when he seen her, she says, I have a gift for you. And she gave him the Fidel Castro signed baseball. And I think he said there's only 3 in existence. And
that
he's
is known of.
What?
That they know of.
That they know of. There's only 3, and he has one of them. That's crazy, right? Never in my life. And that's my favorite, bro. Out of all the baseballs that he has autographed in there, and he has a lot. He'll let us see them. He's got, forget it. He's got Kobe on a baseball. He's got Derek Jeter. He has a bunch of.
This is Kobe.
Kobe on a bit. Oh my God. It looks just like the signature on the sneaker, right? That's wild. Rest in peace to Kobe, bro. What do you guys think, bro? Smash the like button.
See, this is Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
And you see he wrote Hit King. I don't know if you could see it.
All right. Was that an extra? Was that an extra charge for that?
I just bought the ball like that, so I'm not sure.
Oh, you wasn't there. I had a Pete Rose. What was it? 3,000 hit. him sliding into first base.
Yeah.
I had a picture of that, and he signed it. I don't know what happened to that shit. Pete Rose, recipe Kobe and Fidel. Kalama said. Well, we don't.
Where can I find this shit that I want to show you?
Eh.
Fuck.
Well, keep going. Then you'll think of where it is.
It should have all been. Oh, I think I found it. No, I
There you
get it.
go.
Well,
Let's get it. Let's go.
well, this is the newspaper when Marilyn Monroe died. I mean,
Oh
no,
shit.
he divorced Joe DiMaggio.
Oh shit. He didn't talk for 10 days, says Star.
Yeah, he
Marilyn
didn't. He didn't. He was very heartbroken.
Marilyn divorces Joe. Oh
Yeah,
my
Joe
god.
DiMaggio.
What the heck? Where did you
This shit.
find that?
This shit is from October 27, 64.
The Herald Express. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
Wife of golfer Von dead in poison mystery. What the hell?
That shit, life was crazy back then, man. Damn, I'm
Pick up
so mad. I can't find what.
pick up the box of baseballs. So that one's Pete Rose. Bro, but you know what's funny? That the baseballs that you show us, they all have some kind of, like that's I'm not looking at it on the monetary value. What I'm saying is it has a certain, everybody here has done something in history.
Yeah.
Pete Rose,
This was the
Kobe,
newspaper when we first landed on the moon.
Men Walk on the Moon. Holy shit.
It's from July 21st, 69. It's the
Are you
complete
sure?
newspaper.
Are you sure? Where's the camera that took that picture?
That's another story.
That's what everybody wants to know. Where the fuck was the camera when they took that picture? Did they really land on the
No,
moon?
who was the cameraman? Because they show all three of them there, so that means they have to be a fourth person.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't
Where
had no
the fuck?
tripods.
Where the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck they did? They stuck a stick in the ground or something, and then what? Hung the camera on the stick and jetted over to the flag. What the fuck? That's
They
the big
a tripod.
conspiracy theory. The big conspiracy theories.
Damn, man, where the fuck is this shit at?
All right, let me put my face up here, bro. All right, put my face up there. Hold on, there you go. All right, now we got it. All right. We only know what we've been told. I mean, we weren't even alive for that shit. DJ Murakami said the aliens took the picture. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Probably.
Yo, y'all wilding, bro. You guys really wild. You guys think of some shit. Yo, we could do a screenplay with you guys, bro. You guys think of the craziest stuff. But
I showed you this before, right? The newspaper article when the Titanic sank.
no, you didn't show me that. That's a real newspaper article.
Yeah, man.
Why it's not yellow?
It is yellow. It's just not picking it up.
Is it really? Wow, the Titanic. What year was that?
April 16, 1912.
That newspaper right there is over 100 years old, bro.
It's the complete.
110, almost 115 years old, bro.
I have like 15 years, 20 years with this newspaper.
The fuck out of here. This motherfucker got 100-year-old piece of newspaper.
But I store them right. I just can't find what I want to show you.
You stored them right, cause shit. If you didn't store them shits correctly, bro, that shit would be dust right now, bro. He said, yo, DJ Murakami said the government lies about everything.
They do.
Everything. They lying about fucking what's his name? Epstein. Epstein files. Nigga, the government lying about them fucking Epstein files, bro. So let me show you some shit while I'm already here. I already showed you, bro. I cleaned it up. I've been cleaning my shoes for 2 days already. Check this shit out. I took some of the grails. What I clean up today? I gotta clean these up next. So I took out. Where is it? Boom. Look at these. I haven't seen these in years, bro. My cool gray 4s. Everybody knows, bro. They need to redo these, bro. They need to drop some cool gray 4s, bro. We don't have too many gray shoes, sneakers, you know, and cool gray 4, but the classic. This is the classic Jordan 4 tongue, bro.
You're dead. I think about these a lot.
What you think about?
Are these bricks?
Nothing is really a brick, okay? If you're a reseller, then yeah, it's a brick. If you're a reseller, but you're a collector, bro.
But can I wear this in 2026?
Why can't you wear that? It's your fucking shoe. Why can't
I don't
you
know.
wear
It's
it?
too colorful.
So then don't wear it. But I don't think it's a brick. It's a fucking Balvin 1, bro. It's the first Balvin that he ever dropped.
But what's your opinion on these?
My opinion, I'm a fan of J Balvin, so I'm gonna be a little biased and say, yo,
Will you rock these though?
all J Balvin's. No, but no, I wouldn't rock them because you know what am I gonna rock that with, bro?
A black tee?
Well, if you wanna rock it with a black tee, then do that, bro.
I don't know.
Listen, you don't really see those around anymore. So yeah, people be like, wow, what are those? You know what I'm saying?
I never wore them. I got them on launch day.
Fucking J Balvin's, bro.
I got them on launch day, and I never ever rocked them.
Those are like the doodoo brown fucking Bad Bunny forums, bro. Nobody knows what they are, but once you say these are the first Bad Bunnies that ever came out, they'll be like, oh shit, wow, yeah, those are nice. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Those are not
Yeah,
bad.
I saw the pair of these because I have two of them. I saw one of them in DR during that time. Yo, some guy gave me about $500 in US dollars.
Damn. For those?
Because they can't get these in DR, especially when they came out.
There's a lot of shit still that you can't get in DR.
Especially when these came out, that's when it was like still COVID time. Bad Bunny's like second album. The Oasis came out with J Balvin and Bad Bunny, that album.
They had the 990s back then in DR. 990 pesos. Yeah, that was how you knew they were fake, because they were selling them for 900 pesos.
Yeah, I'm mad. I can't find what I wanted to show you, but I know you will appreciate it. I'm mad that I don't know where I put that.
Don't worry about it. Keep going. Just keep going, bro. Okay.
Nah, it's really bothering me that I can't find it.
Don't let it bother you. So
I'm gonna go get a ladder. I'll be right back.
I was cleaning them cool grays, right? Shit came out nice. Look how clean these are. And it's just like brand new. I had a couple of scuff marks over here. Everybody usually gets the scuff marks right here on the side. People usually be bumping into shit. I painted that shit. Made these shits brand new. Brand new. Brand new. Now. Yo, I'm the only guy you ever gonna see with a pair of off-white Prestos, white joints, that is still white. Usually, well, they're not really all white, because usually the swoosh turns yellow first. My swoosh is yellow. But the rest of the shoe, the shit is still white, bro. All right? Not only wear your shoes, but take care of them. Take care of them because, you know, in the future, they're still gonna be worth money. They're still gonna be worth money in the future, used as long as they're not abused, bro. Still gonna be worth money. You know? That's what I mean. I use my my Brooklyns. You know how much I love these. You know how much I love these. Lazaro, I know. Lazaro probably got a headache right now. He loves these. I use them. I've been using them for a while, but I don't abuse them. I keep them nice and clean. I clean the outside. And I didn't know that these were still dirty on the bottom. I usually clean the bottom part, keep everything nice and clean. All right. The lace is nice, everything nice. This way, the only thing that turns the color is the foam. But these, bro, I love wearing these. Now, my all-time favorite that I wear, that I try to keep it in pristine condition, because I know when the time comes that I gotta get rid of it, I'm gonna get my money back. Is these the MCAs, bro? Clean as a whistle. Look at the bottoms. Looks like I never even worn them. No star loss, no fucking heel drag, nothing. The foam is still white. Turning yellow right here though. The foam is still white because I take them once I'm done wearing them. I clean them right away and I wrap them up. That's the only way to keep that foam from turning yellow, from getting oxidized, is you got to wrap it up. Yes, you got to wrap. Pause. No, don't pause, bro. It's okay to say wrap it up. Abuelo clean shoes he ain't never wore as if he walked 20 miles in them. No, you got to clean them, bro. Doo-doo dropping on the bottom though. When I see the foam, I need the moan. What the fuck? When he said lick the bottoms, I never heel drag my shoes. Never. You can't. No. I'm not one of those that uses the crease protectors or any of that shit, and I don't walk like I'm walking on eggshells or anything like. Nah, I don't do that. I wear it, but I just be mindful, bro. Don't heel drag. That's the first thing when you're gonna go sell some shoes. That's the fucking first thing they look at, bro. If it's like a pair like this, they look for that heel drag, bro. And me, since I'm fat, fat people usually do the heel drag thing. Then I got these. These are all my dressy shoes. You know, I don't wear shoes like that, but like you can see, I wear these. I kept them nice. No star.
Okay, I found it.
No heel drag.
I found it.
Yep.
You might get emotional with this.
Might get emotional. Oh, don't do that to me. I'm gonna probably turn the camera off then.
Because I know you remember this day. Well, I don't think you was alive. You were alive in 72?
No, I wasn't alive. 72. What happened in 72? Richard Nixon?
No, 73. 73, my fault.
Watergate scandal, nigga.
No,
Watergate
73. Scandal. So this is the front page of the Pittsburgh Press when Roberto Clemente passed away.
Oh man, damn, bro.
Let me see if I could get a better.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's sad, bro. Clemente crashed, death mourned. Wow, the Pittsburgh Press
From January 2nd, 1973. Because you know he died on New Year's Day.
Yeah, he died a year before I was born.
And you inspired me to buy this. We were talking about it, or you was talking about it on the stream, and I was like, hold on, let me see if I could find that newspaper article.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, anybody that doesn't know the story, there was I think it was an earthquake in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And he went to do humanitarian work and bring food from Puerto Rico bring food and medicine from Puerto Rico, and the plane crashed 2 miles outside of the airport. Once the plane took off, it crashed in the water right in Puerto Rico, 2 miles outside of Puerto Rico, and
You know they never found the plane, right?
Roberto Clemente passed away. No, they never found the plane. They never found him either.
No, because you know that Puerto Rico has the deepest part of the ocean,
Yes.
and in the whole world, they have the something of Milwaukee. So it's the deepest part of the ocean. So whatever falls down there ain't coming back up. It's deeper than it's deeper than how the Titanic is sank.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's why Puerto Rico gets so much hurricanes, because the water is all over the place down there.
You guys got to realize Roberto Clemente is the Michael Jordan of Puerto Rico.
When I work flights to San Juan, you'll see at least 3 people with a Clemente jersey, shirt, a hat, something that says Clemente. It could even be the number 21. That's why all the good Puerto Rican players, they wear number 21 or 12. Lindor wears 12.
They celebrate Roberto Clemente's birthday every year still in Puerto Rico, and it's a national holiday over there.
That's weird that you didn't talk about that basketball player that passed away yesterday.
Picolín?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get into it yesterday.
I could get into it right now because it's funny.
I never heard of him. I didn't even know he played for the NBA.
I met Picolín Ortiz. Now the story goes like this. Remember, I used to live in Puerto Rico. I used to go to school over there. I went to elementary school, I went to middle school, and I went to high school in Puerto Rico. And here also, when you're bad here in New York, your parents either send you back to Puerto Rico or back to DR.
And we used to hate that, but now we think about it, it was like, damn, I would have loved this.
That was a blessing, because we would have been, where the other 2 places we would have been if they didn't do that. Yep. So your parents always send you to go be with your grandparents. If you're from Puerto Rico, you go to Puerto Rico. If you're from DR, they send you back to DR. And my aunt, not my aunt. Oh, we're talking about Picolín. So my neighbor, we came from when I was a little kid. They used to have a family that was they were into sports. And the one of the sons, there was, I think it was 15 of them in the family. They have 15 kids. The Romanes. One of the daughters played professional basketball in Puerto Rico, and one of the sons played professional basketball in Puerto Rico. And I remember my dad called me up yesterday also and told me, yo, do you remember when you took me to that basketball game and you introduced me to him? And I introduced my dad one time to Picolín Ortiz. Picolín was one of the biggest national, in Puerto Rico. He was on the national basketball team. He played for, what was it, Milwaukee, right?
No, Utah
Jazz. He was drafted. I don't even know what number he was drafted in the draft. And he was the only person, nobody really remembers, because he really wasn't like the greatest basketball player in the NBA. But when he went overseas, bro, he was the man. He played for Real Madrid in Spain. And he was the man, bro. He was a cool dude. He died 62 years young of colon cancer, bro.
Crazy how young he was.
Crazy. And he was in a big scandal a few years back. And that's how everybody found out about his colon cancer, because he didn't tell anybody.
So he was the second biggest player behind Roberto Clemente in Puerto Rico?
In sports, yes. He was the biggest, one of the biggest in basketball, and in general sports in Puerto Rico, he was definitely second.
That's one thing I see with Puerto Ricans. They really value their players. Mm-hmm. They could be scrubs, they could be whatever, but they're like, yo, Puerto Rico.
But you know why? Because they represent. Like Dominican players also, they represent the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, but the thing with Dominican players is you have to be really big. for people for them to acknowledge you. You can't
But
be like a
baseball,
scrub.
no. And DR, you have to. You start out young, and they're on you. You got. They have They have baseball schools in DR.
Yep.
From when you're a little kid, you go to school. You go to do your classes. Half the day, the other half of the day, you're just playing baseball, bro. And they put out a lot of baseball players.
The advantage that the
Because
Puerto Rican players have that they could come to Florida. They don't need visas or
yeah,
anything.
but here's the deal. The reason why there's a big controversy of who has more players in the NBA, to me, I say Dominican players are all around a little bit better than Puerto Rican baseball players because they have one thing that the Puerto Rican players have that they don't have that makes them work harder. That is that they cannot be eligible for the draft, for
Yeah.
a baseball draft. They cannot
They
ever.
go for the
You have to be an American
international
citizen.
draft. They can only be in the international
They
draft.
could only be in the international draft. Even if you go to school here in the United States, they still cannot be eligible for Major League Baseball draft if they're not American. But that to me makes them work harder than the Puerto Rican players. You know?
Like it was sad that Puerto Rico had their team wasn't that good in the baseball classic this year because
Mm-hmm.
the insurance didn't cover a lot of the players.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
another thing.
I feel like that was very targeted against Puerto
I
Rico
think it was
because
a scam.
they
I
told
think.
Puerto Rico to join the US is really one country. And
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico was like, no, we want to represent us. And out of nowhere, the insurance company that want to insure most of their players.
And a lot of the players, they didn't want to insure them, and so they couldn't play.
Yeah. Because the
Because what
US was
happened,
like, yo, just join us and just,
and they didn't want to, and the teams wouldn't do it. The team managers and the coaches would not allow them to play for Puerto Rico because they weren't insured. They could only play for the American team because that was the only place that they would get insured with. That's
yeah,
fucked up.
man.
That
It's
to me
crazy.
is fucked up.
I even see it at work. If I transfer base to Puerto Rico, I lose all my insurance. I lose my 401k. I lose everything. I have to get
Yo,
like Pepito insurance in Puerto Rico or some shit like that. Like
did you read the chat?
um
Your picture on the screen is the Montreal screw job, they said.
no, that's not the Montreal screw job. Is it?
Brett the Hitman, who's he fighting there? Is
That's
that
Shawn Michaels, but I think this is a different fight.
okay? Because the Montreal screw job was with Brett
Yeah,
Michaels.
yeah.
That's funny shit. Yo, you guys are fucking hilarious, bro. Yo, he said, yo, Big Irv seen it. Big Irv says SoloMind's avatar, Montreal screw job.
No, but I get a passion of collecting like sports memorabilia. Like I always been into it, but then I got into sneakers, and I feel like this is more rewarding because this is stuff that the actual players touched and signed, and
His boy back
that's
there.
funny because this my TV be like this 24 hours. It'll be either you, Zaya, or some sports shit.
Let's get it.
But I don't know. I like a passion of collecting sports memorabilia. You're like actually collecting history.
Yes. And that's what I like about sneakers. And people don't understand that. This
The thing with
generation,
sneakers, it became is this worth more? Is it worth that it lost all its shine? You remember when all the original Jordan colors that he wore on the court, they would sell out. People will camp out for those colors. Now nobody wants them. If it doesn't have an artist attached, or if they don't say,
Papa,
oh, it's limited to 300 pairs.
I remember before camping out. I remember before that.
Like, look, for
I mean,
example, remember these?
you got
You remember these dunks?
those were ladies. Those were called
These just were going for. Remember, they were like $500
they
during
were like
COVID.
$500. I had those green ones.
I use this shit now to go get the mail and to throw away the garbage.
Yo, there you go, J fam. They're disrespecting your grails, bro. J fam, they're disrespecting your grails, dog. They take out the fucking garbage with that shit.
No. I got his grails. Where are they?
You're gonna pull out J fam pandas. The fuck out of here.
Right here.
There you go. Where's J fam? J fam, look, it's your grails, bro.
The hottest sneakers ever. Yo, I can't hate on them. I love them. I just throw them on and I go do what I gotta do.
Damn, that's bad business, bro. He said the best ever. Yeah.
You telling me these are not good throw on sneakers to go do whatever you have to do?
Yeah,
come back
last that long. A bunch of lambones. That's your grail, bro. What are you talking about, J fam? That's your fucking grail up there, bro. You always talking about panda dunks. He said a bunch of lambones. Yo, that's some funny shit. Yo, let me see some more baseballs. Pause. Let's go, Papa. You're funny. Yo, babe. Ooh, come on, bro. Stop playing.
Yo, these shits was like 20 years old, man.
PlayStation Air Force Ones, bro. That's crazy.
Look, NBA 2K6.
What's that patch on the inside?
Oh, it's numbered.
How many?
This is number 81 out of 150.
What? Only 150 pairs of those exist?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. And look, he wore it.
Yeah, I wore these.
It's worn. It's not fucking.
So the story behind this.
Right.
So the NBA store used to have a store on Fifth Avenue. I think they still do, but they had an original one.
Okay.
So when this game came out, I was in college already. I cut class. I went to John Jay, and I just walked right back to the NBA store, and they had a contest, and they gave out 3 of these away, and the store was empty.
Wow.
Like nobody knew about this event.
And you got
one?
one?
And I got one.
Wow,
so at the time,
wild.
these are size 8.5. At the time, I used to rock 6.5.
Mm.
So I couldn't fit them, but I wore them maybe like 6 years ago.
Wow. That's wild. I've never seen one of those before.
So the rare pair is a leather one. It's not patent leather. And the original owner of Flight Club, you remember him? He had like a ponytail.
Yes.
It's some Puerto Rican guy. He had him on what's this rich woman that she has the show, the black woman?
Rich black woman that has a show.
That she has like a talk show in the morning.
Oprah
Winfrey.
Oh, Oprah Winfrey. I thought you was talking about some what's her name?
I'm gonna see if I could find that video on YouTube.
The one that
he went to Oprah Winfrey and that what?
I thought you were talking about Wendy Williams.
No, it was Oprah Winfrey.
Well, I thought you was talking about Wendy Williams. Fucking Oprah, everybody knows Oprah.
So he went to the store to talk about how he's doing a consignment store because it was a brand new idea when he opened up that Flight Club.
Yep.
I remember that Flight Club. It was by NYU.
He ended up selling Flight Club to GOAT.
That's crazy.
Yep. And GOAT bought that shit, bro. He's fucking stupid rich, that guy right now.
Look, two grails right there.
Damn, 2 fucking grails. Look, let me see the side of it. Let me see the side of the PlayStation one. Look, Aubrey. Look. PlayStation Air Force Ones. 1 of 150 ever made. Look at that.
They're ugly.
But you like
Yeah, but
My daughter's a gamer. That's why I say that. I show that shit to her. She loves. She
I
plays.
see that she be playing back there. I'm kind of a
She be
gamer.
playing.
I'm getting into it, but I
Shit,
play mostly
I
sports.
bought the fucking PlayStation because of you.
Hey, you never even gave me your
I
username, so I
bought
don't even know
I
what's
don't
it.
even know my fucking name. Eric knows it. What's my name? I don't know what the hell my name is on that. Can you find out for me? Yeah. Find out for me. Let me know so I could tell. So I could tell everybody. DJ Monte Carlo, what up? What up, bro?
This is one shoe I love, but I haven't yet to wear.
Oh, bro, that was next on my cleaning list. Listen, the shoe is comfortable as hell, bro.
I could tell by just touching it, all that
Throw
padding.
it, telling you, throw it on, bro. You're gonna be like, bro, am I even wearing? Am I even wearing a fucking a Jordan 4 right now? Comfortable as hell.
You still have yours?
Yeah, I still got mine right here.
I was gonna get the blue ones, but I'm like, the green one is the original one.
Look, this is the one I'm cleaning up next. Look how much I wore this one. I beat the dog shit out of this.
It's a good pair, man.
Yeah, this is a good pair. I mean, I like the
blue ones.
The blue ones also. Do I have them here? I thought I could have sworn I had them here. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe I got them downstairs, but I got them. But I enjoy these. I like these more. I don't care too much about the green, but just the comfort of them.
And the back is a rubber tab, how it should be.
Bro, it's a rubber band, bro. This is the way it should be. No Achilles killers right here, bro. You know, compared to the original fucking Toros, bro. This is
that shit is hard as fuck. Pause,
bro. Look at how hard that shit is. Pause. But this is the only thing that I hope when they drop these this month, I hope they change this. That's it. That's all that needs to be changed.
Can you believe people forgot about these already?
No, I didn't forget. I still got mine. I didn't forget. I took it out today. And it's funny that you say that because I was thinking the same thing. I said, wow, people made such a big deal out of the undefeated fours that and nobody talks about undefeated fours. No, nobody.
That's what I'm telling you. The game is all fucked up. Everything is
people
today.
Were killing themselves for this, bro. I remember when these dropped. Petey called me, bro. He's like, "Yo, we just going into the store into undefeated, picking up our pairs, and we're coming out, and people are buying them right from us." I said, "Bro, sell that shit, bro. Sell it, bro."
But how much they going for?
Now, I don't think they're going for that much. Let me see.
It's just crazy, yo. This was like the biggest shoe in the summer, and people just forgot about it. People woke up one day and just they didn't exist.
Hold on, let's pull it. All right. Let's bring up GOAT, bro. Let's look for GOAT. GOAT, where are you at?
Look at
GOAT.
these.
What are those? Hold on.
The Melvin's Dunks.
Oh, I had the Melvins, the highs, the red, the white ones. Hold on. I had the remember the white ones with the blood on them. You remember those Melvins?
Yeah.
I had those. They were going for like a brick. Oh my god. Now real deal Kanye, bro. Real deal Kanye. Where's
I
the bear?
I got two of these. This is my desktop pair.
Look at the bear, bro. Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta put that on the solo, bro. Look at that, bro. You know, the last time I saw that pair, Bro, you guys have no idea. I don't like to talk about value of stuff with Solo because Solo doesn't care about value. Solo just like he cares about the history of the shit. But you know how much them shits go for, bro? If you could find a pair that's still in one piece. The last time I saw that pair, Mayer was wearing it to SneakerCon in New York. In Coney Island. What up, Larry? That's amazing, bro. I didn't even know you had those.
Yeah, I got 2 pairs.
Did you wear any of them?
Yeah, I wear one of them.
Oh no. Now let me ask you something. Those are the originals?
Yeah, those are the 2s. They only came out once.
Okay. Those are the Air Yeezys, right?
Yeah, the 2.
Okay.
And then these are the ones.
Holy shit.
I got all 6 colors. I
Now,
got the
they
3
don't-
of these
You got
and
them.
the 3 of the 2.
You got them red joints?
Yeah, hold up.
Red Octobers. Red October's coming up. Salute to the chat. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you don't mind, please subscribe to the channel, people. Please and thank you. We ain't on no drama shit here, bro. No more. That shit is I know we have people earlier today waiting for the drama. We only had a little bit of drama when that bitch ass Higga fucking Michael M pulled up. Bro, Red Octobers. And let me ask you something. Are they still good? Nothing is breaking on them shits, right?
You see them?
What?
The Red Octobers.
Yeah, I see them. Are they all in one piece?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with none of them. They held up. So why when I see those pair, people be like, "Oh, the shit is broken." This one,
because people don't know how to store their sneakers. Look, the
don't know how to
air
take
unit
care of
still.
their shit. What, bro? I never ever seen those shits. Never.
And I wore these a lot.
Those are nice, bro. Those are nice.
I got the
those
black
I would
pair
run.
around
Those are the
there.
only one. The black one that you showed before, the one is really nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
super comfortable.
Color. That shit, the colors, and I heard those things are comfortable, bro.
Yeah, man, they're like fucking boots.
Look at that shit. The black ones are the ones that I like. Those things are. Never really like them, but those I like, and the red ones. That's it.
These are nice, man. These are so comfortable,
bro.
These are my second pair. I bought these.
That's wild.
Maybe 2 years after the first time I bought them, and I always kept these on ice. I sold the other one because they were already fucked up. But I might break these out in the summertime.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, those are head turners for sure, bro. If you're in the sneaker game, you already know. I
gotta go somewhere with you though. I gotta wear this and go somewhere with you,
bro. I'm telling you,
we gotta go to a Yankee game at least.
At least a Yankee game, but I want to go to Puerto Rico. I want to meet you in PR, in SneakerCon in PR.
You said it was August, right? The first week of
August 1st and 2nd. I'm really gonna try to get there. I don't know how, but I'll figure out a way.
I'll request those days off, and then we'll figure it out.
I gotta get the funds, bro.
Getting there is not the problem.
Yeah, got sold. It's not gonna do it for me and Solo. I gotta meet up with Solo. Like I could meet up with Solo anytime I want.
Getting to Puerto Rico is not gonna be the problem for us.
Getting to Puerto Rico is not gonna be the problem for him.
Because you have me. We just get on the plane and dip.
Yeah, but I need the funds, bro. I gotta get.
I feel you. And Puerto Rico is so expensive, man.
No, I mean I know you know me in sneaker con. I'm gonna fucking be looking for shit. I'm gonna bring, if I make it there, I'm gonna bring my entire Bad Bunny Gazelle collection.
But
And I'm
serious
gonna try to
question
sell it.
about Puerto Rico. You
Yeah.
think people are really gonna be spending money in Puerto Rico the way the
Yeah.
economy is, especially
Yes.
down there?
Yes. Let me tell you something. For sneakers, for any concert, reggaeton or trap music, anything like that that has to do with with hip hop or the streets in Puerto Rico, they find money, bro. Trust me. Look at Bad Bunny. Fucking the residency. What did he do? 29 shows or 30
Yeah.
some shows? And they were sold out within minutes. All of them.
Yeah, but you got to
And,
remember those tickets could only be bought if you live in Puerto Rico, so they probably priced it fair
but that's
enough
what
for
I'm
them.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, main people from the mainland, went to multiple shows, bro. Went to multiple shows. They find money for that shit.
Is this the first Gasol or whatever it is in Puerto Rico?
No, it's Sneaker Con. First Sneaker Con ever in Puerto Rico. But the
You
only
know what's
thing
gonna
is,
happen, right? A lot
what?
of people are gonna check those bags with all them sneakers in, and you know
Yeah.
them bags are gonna go missing.
Oh shit. Well, they running it. They running it. You know how they run shit differently over there. You know, all those
I'm just
people.
saying. You know that Benjamin Kicks, that guy, that little kid,
Benjamin Kicks. Oh, the
that
one
little
from
the little white Jewish kid that's always selling
yeah,
sneakers to
the little white,
celebrities. So
yeah.
he was on one of my flights,
Business is
and
booming.
he checked in a bag. I remember I was working with my ex that flight, and he went to go pick up his bag. His bag was missing.
Unbelievable, bro.
And the flight came from, I think we came from Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and his bag was the only one that was missing in the carousel. And he
Mm.
was crying. He was like, "Oh, I have so much jewelry in there, whatever." And I looked at him. I'm like, "Why you checked in your jewelry?"
Uh,
Oh, that's
what
another
up,
story
Zaya?
for him.
What up, Zaya? I mean, the kid, bro. This is what I mean about a lot of these dudes. The same thing with we got cakes. You know, they get to a certain level and they think that they're above everybody. And
And they're not.
bro, they're not. They're not. Um, um, what's his name? Benjamin Kicks only got there because his dad got money. The other
Yeah.
one, we got Kicks. I remember he started he started making videos of him fishing with his grandpa. How the fuck did that intertwine with sneakers, bro? And then he got ripped off in New York sneaker con. They sold him. They've been selling that kid fakes, and he buys them, and now he thinks he's the utmost authority in sneakers. This
You
is
ever
what I
heard of
mean.
you ever heard of Cam Kicks?
Cam, of course, bro.
So
I'm
he has a new series on YouTube that he's living with his girlfriend in a trailer, and they're driving around the country buying sneaker collections.
unbelievable. They couldn't come up with nothing else, bro.
Yeah,
They
he's
couldn't
literally
come up with
driving in a trailer with his girlfriend from city to
unbelievable.
city, just buying sneakers, and then he goes to the parking lot of a Walmart and he takes the pictures of the sneakers in the floor because he's trying to be a reseller on the go. So they gave up their house and everything to live in a
Yeah,
trailer.
shit. That kid is crazy. He
That's why I tell people that have daughters, be careful who your daughter gets with, because that guy will make her do some wild
bro.
shit. You
That's
imagine
the
your
thing.
daughter gives up her whole life to live in a trailer to go sell sneakers?
To live in a trailer, but I think they just do that shit for the cameras anyway.
I don't
They,
know. They went through 3 states already just buying collections.
to me, if you have to go through those lengths to make content, that I think that then you should that there's really no to me. Real content is just go with the flow, bro. Reality to me is the content, just real shit that's going on. Whatever
Yeah,
happens.
it's
Like
crazy.
today. Like today, we ran into Versace when I was outside, and he had no shoes on. And
Yeah, that's
bro,
sad.
that made me really upset, bro. Like I'm gonna go buy him some shoes, and I'm gonna go bring them to him. I
You
can't
know,
watch my people, get be fucked up like that. I just can't stand there and watch that shit.
you once said something about fake
Mhm.
sneakers. You was
Yeah,
like, you could wear whatever you want, just don't try to sell it as real. But
don't try to sell it.
look at all these fake sneakers that are getting thrown away when you could just give them to homeless people.
Yes, that's what I say. You got a lot of people that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of young kids over here in Staten Island. By the way, they wear fakes, bro. But they're already known. They go to all the sneaker stores around here in Staten Island, trying to sell them as real, and they're already known.
The only fake sneakers I could say that I wore and wear are white Air Force Ones.
Oh my god,
If I have to go to an event, you think I'm gonna spend $90 on a pair of white Air Force Ones?
no, hell no.
Where buy them shits for $40, fuck them up and throw them in the garbage.
A day later,
Yeah, man. You know how many white Air Force Ones I have bought just for DR, just to be in
hey,
DR?
DR got some pretty good fake Air Force Ones. You probably pay 500 pesos, bro.
Nah, but that shit was Versace. No human should be barefoot in this world that we live in.
No. I asked him, and I was gonna go buy him to say. He told me no, so I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'll probably go to like Burlington or something and buy him some
But you know
regular
his
shit.
size?
Yeah, he's got it. I gotta buy him like a size 12 because
Well, he's in a wheelchair, so it's not like he's
he's
like
in a
walking
wheelchair,
or
number one, and his feet are swollen.
yeah.
His feet are
Yo,
swollen.
it's
I
it's
think he's got the
2026.
gout.
No human should be without shoes, without
No,
food,
no.
without clothes.
I
This
gave
is
him some money so he could go, do what he does. But I already told him I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna bring you some shoes, bro. I'm not gonna announce that shit to everybody. I'm not gonna go live for that. I don't like
nah,
doing
nah,
that
nah.
either. When I give to people like him, I give him from the heart. I don't give it to be on TV, none of that shit, or be on
That's crazy
YouTube.
because he has people around him and they just see him like that, you know?
Well, they feed him. They feed him. The guys in the barber shop that I go to, they cut his hair. They have like a pair of clippers on the side just for him. And they try to take care of him. I mean, I asked the shish kebab guy today. I said, "How long's he been without shoes?" He goes, "That was today because he had slippers on today." Abuelo, you still have the same Cash App? Yes, I do. I do. Yeah, my Cash App. I'll put it in the chat. Here's my Cash App. Um, where is it? It's my government name. It's my government name with
You gotta change
117
that.
with 117 at the end. Dollar sign. No. Hold on. J fam. Hold on. Let me make sure. Cash App. Where is it? I don't even have it on my phone. My new phone. I got it over here. I'll tell you right now. Cash App. Cash App. What's my name?
You gotta start putting that thing on the screen so people could start sending you donos.
Yeah. Yeah, here's my Cash App right here. It is the same. It's that's my Cash App. Bow. That's my Cash App right there. Dollar sign, Lat Love.
I'm gonna have to install a Ring camera outside my house. I had a whole
Why?
package stolen in front of my house.
Who you afraid of?
No. I got a package stolen in front of my house.
From who? Where did it come from? UPS?
No, some shit called Golfo.
Yo, bro, those are the worst people, bro. That's a new third party fucking delivery company, and they suck, bro.
Yo, they took the picture of the package in front of the house and everything, and he took
Yeah,
the package.
that's the new laser shit.
And I called them, and it's some woman there, and she didn't even know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, because I bought a whole bunch of games from Japan.
Yo, shout out
Shit
to
that
J Fam who just sent me $20 for Versace shoes, bro.
there you
Shout out
go.
to J Fam. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, hell yeah. We're gonna go buy him some shoes tomorrow, and we're gonna bring them to him. I feel horrible for bro. I feel like crying, bro. That's how bad I feel for Versace, bro. And you know that when he sees me, bro, he gets all he knows that I come to help him. That's the only dude that's out there in the street that does what he does, and he's sincere, bro. He doesn't have a bad bone in his body, bro.
Yeah.
But thank you, J Fam. I appreciate that. And I'm definitely gonna buy. I'm gonna show you guys. When I buy him the shoes.
So for whoever wants to get into collecting, you gotta make sure you gotta make sure the type of pen that you use. You see how this is bleeding?
Who is that?
Barry Bonds.
Wow. And it
And
bled
look,
like that.
yeah, look how it's bleeding. So
Wow.
I gotta keep it out the sunlight to at least save whatever's left from it. But shit, man.
That's crazy. That's a nice ball. That's a nice ball too.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
nice signature. Barry Bonds.
And you see, I have my certificate authenticity, not like the perfect pair.
Damn, bro. Oh my God. Throwing smoke, bro. God damn. He said I got my COA, bro. Damn, perfect pair. He's showing his shit, bro. Come on, bro. You could do better, bro. Yo, what else you got? Let's see. I want to see some. I want to see some autographs, bro. He said J Fam got that Cali gas. Let's get it. The Versace fund is open, people. The Versace fund is open. Let's get it.
I always show this, my Wizard of Oz autograph.
Oh, who signed that?
Judy Garland. Dorothy.
Judy Garland. Look at that. That's official.
That signature's from 1968 because she died in 69.
Wow.
She died a hot minute ago. And then
Yo,
this is a Pedro Martinez autograph DR
Pedro
jersey.
Martinez. That's official too, bro.
Yeah,
Pedro
man.
Martinez. Where is Pedro Martinez right now?
He's in VR living his life.
He's not announcing. He used to be an announcer.
Yeah, he does the playoffs.
He said
That's one play.
you
That's
should
one
sell
player
it
when
before
I
it's no value. That's crazy. You think he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, bro?
Who, Pedro?
No, Barry Bonds.
Of course, he's the best player to ever live.
I'm just saying, bro.
You see
They
my
want
hookah?
to they want to throw that. Hell yeah, they want to throw that. They want to throw that fucking that steroid shit.
They never caught him with steroids.
You know who I felt bad for that died with that bullshit in his heart, bro? Was Pete Rose, man.
And you know what? The day after he died, they uplifted it. So in 2028, you'll be able to vote for him for the Hall of Fame. Isn't
Yeah,
that some fucked up shit?
yeah, bro, that's fucked up. He died with that in his heart, bro.
Yeah, man.
Now, to uplift it the following day after his death, that don't mean shit, bro.
It don't.
What
And they're gonna do the same shit. They're gonna do the same shit for Barry Bonds.
What should have meant something was they lifted it while he was alive, bro. This is what I say, bro. Niggas be giving niggas they flowers once they die, bro. No, man. Give it to them niggas while they still alive. It's just that, bro, I don't even know why they did that to him, bro. I don't even know why they did that to him.
Because he betted on baseball, but
everybody bets on themselves, bro.
No, but what's funny is that now you could bet for baseball. legally.
Now you can bet for baseball. And look at Michael Jordan, bro. Michael Jordan bet even while he was playing, bro.
So they saying that he retired because he owes some money to a mafia. Jordan.
Listen, nigga, you think that shit? The only scandal that I ever heard of was the one that was in the documentary, and
About the pizza?
but bro, how are you gonna owe money to the mafia when you're one of the richest? He's a billionaire, nigga.
Not at that time.
Yeah, but
We talking
still,
about
he still had
1993.
endorsements. He had
No,
money, bro.
yeah, but Jordan never had the biggest contract in the NBA.
Yeah, but he had the biggest endorsements in the world, bro.
That's fine, but at that time, how many Jordans came out during that time? 4 pairs a year. He wasn't making the same money.
Yeah, but he still had Wheaties. He had fucking Hanes underwear.
But we're thinking about a different time. They wasn't paying people $1 million for whatever. It was in the thousands. It was maybe like 200,000, 300,000.
Nowadays, bro, and to me, I think if he did, he probably squared that shit away nowadays. That's why you never heard about that shit.
Yeah, because Jordan's connected to a lot of criminals. You know him. You know that.
Somebody says, "Oh, hold on." Somebody commented to your statement. That isn't why he retired. His father got killed, and his dad wanted him to play baseball over the basketball, so he went to try it to honor his father. Yeah, but that's
I don't know.
We talking about the last retirement, bro. Not that the one where he played baseball. He came back. You know, he came back.
No, that's the one I'm talking about.
That's the one you're talking about. My bad.
Yeah, didn't they say that he owed money?
Yeah. Well, shit. They said he owed money to the mob. They said he owed money to that dude, that hustler that he played golf with. They said he owed money to motherfuckers in Atlantic City. They're always gonna say shit like that to downplay. Bro, he's
no. It wasn't that. It was that he retired to go to rehab for gambling.
That he
but they didn't want to put it as publicized because he was such a big icon.
Sometimes I think that's a lot of people just talking bullshit, bro. That's a lot of.
It kind of makes sense that he was addicted to gambling.
He didn't have money like that though.
And then they killed his father because he owed money.
For the second 3-peat. Yeah, hell yeah, he came back. Not nearly like last 20 years he's made. He owed money, millions for golf. So what? He's still walking around. So you know, it didn't matter if he owed money. Well, guess what? He beat them niggas. How about that?
But there was also rumors that they killed his father because he owed money.
Nah, they didn't kill his father because he owed money, bro. Listen, his father, that was. Let me tell you something, and we're gonna get out of the he said she said.
I'm gonna put myself on mute real quick because I have music playing in the kitchen.
That man passed away. That man was murdered because that was what was written in the book of life, bro. There's nothing anybody could have done about it. We don't know. We weren't there, right? But anybody could say anything. The niggas that did it, they fessed up. They said they did it. And they said why they did it. They were just going to rob him. They didn't even know that was Michael Jordan's dad, bro. So people always have opinions, and they always tell some gossip. That's gossip. That's gossip. Just like today, the rapper Higga that put me and Zaya made a comment on Zaya's stream from what was it, day before yesterday?
You could take me off the full screen.
Put a comment. Oh shit! I forgot to take you off the full
screen.
Awkward. So just like Zaya's today, he was talking about, and I was there with him. Shout out to Zaya, my boy.
Shout out to Zaya.
And somebody left a fucking comment that we were abused, that we were making jokes about the Perfect Pair's brother. And
y'all didn't. I saw that shit live.
We didn't. We that was the furthest thing from my mind was the brother. It came up in the conversation, but we
Yeah.
never made fun of him. And you know, and I know Zaya. Zaya wouldn't make fun of a dead person unless it was something that was maybe the guy did something to him and he passed and he died. But no, bro, we would never do that, bro. We would never do that.
Well, you
And
think the perfect pair is ever gonna come out
the
and
dude
talk?
just made a comment, and that's some on some washwoman gossiping shit, bro. To get
Well, you think
clout or whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
you think the perfect pair is ever gonna come out and talk?
No,
He's not, right?
I don't think so. Has he ever come out and talked before? No. I think he's just gonna wait till this shit dies down, and he thinks that people are gonna forget about it. You know,
That's the shit with the internet.
it is that's exactly what it is. The shit with the internet, bro. You know,
All that
what
stuff with Instagram and Facebook. I'm leaning out of that shit because
he owed Bird money. What he owed Bird money for what? For low 3-point contests and games of horse. Yo, you violent, Kalama, and he lost 3-point contests and games of horse. Yo, Kalama be coming up with some funny ass shit. Kalama, you should.
yeah, if anybody will get autographed sneakers, wouldn't you think it'll be somebody in the team?
What?
Like the autographed sneakers.
What happened?
What do you think it'll be a player from the team that will get them?
Yeah, I think those people will get first crack at that shit.
Yeah, like
You know? Somebody like
Ron Harper was his friend.
That's why you said. I remember when you said, "Who is the perfect pair?" 98 to be
I would expect Fat Joe to get him over him.
exactly because Fat Joe's got the connections for that shit.
Mayor, DJ Clark Kent. I would expect. If
Rest in
Clark
peace.
Kent, RIP to him. If he was to show, yo, I got this shit from Jordan, I'll be like, you know what? Spike Lee,
That I
that was
believe him.
cool with Jordan. Wouldn't you think Spike Lee will get him first?
Spike Lee also. People that were cool. Scottie Pippen, his right hand man. I think he would get a pair if he really wanted it.
The perfect pair.
The
Come on.
perfect pair. Come on, bro.
People outside of those little, I call them little Mongos, those little sneakerhead Mongos.
Yeah, Mongo.
Outside of those people, nobody knows who these people are.
You get minions.
Yeah, the little minions.
Sonny Vaccaro, 30 for 30 Soul Man. That's how Michael got his deal. And by 1986, Jordan already did like 150 million in merch. So imagine how much that is today. 150 million by 1986.
Who made 150 million?
Yeah, I don't see 150 million in 1 year. I don't see that, bro.
Nah, that's wild.
Listen, his contract I think his contract with Nike was for 250,000, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't in the millions.
His contract with Nike was like 250,000, and in the contract was, I think, in the future to get shares of Nike.
Yeah, and to own his own brand.
And then
that didn't come until 97.
I think it's 1997.
Yeah,
He was offered to start Jordan brand.
and he had Eddie Jones. You remember Eddie Jones?
Where it took off. That's where it took off, bro.
He had Eddie Jones. What was that football player that he played for the Vikings?
To play for the Vikings.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss, yes.
He had Eddie Jones, Randy Moss, and Derek Jeter.
Okay. How to rage bait New York Dad 101. How you rage baiting me, bro? Eric, salute, homie. How you rage baiting me, dog? Don't mention the rubbing tub guy. The rubbing tug guy? What rubbing tug guy? Bro, you guys are bugging out in the chat. This nigga act like he MJ cousin. New York Dad. No, he's not MJ cousin. Listen, Larry, what do you think? That you the only senior citizens are up in here, bro? Yeah, I know you. Yeah, you older than all of us up here. You the older man.
I'm 40 years old, but I've been buying sneakers since 94. And I could show you my first pair of Jordans. I still have them shits.
We respect Larry G. He's older than me, and I thought I was the oldest guy in the room. You know, I'm not. Larry G's older than me, and bro, we just got. This is just you know.
I'll show you
By
next time. They're all the way
we
in the
all have
bottom.
something to offer when we talk about shit. You know, I take a little bit from Solo. I take a little bit from you. I take a little bit from that one, this one, that one, and you know, it all makes sense at the end of the day. You follow? But 150 million? Nah, bro. That I don't
No,
see. The total
not
sales
not,
of
e- not
Jordan merch
even.
is not his contract. No, I know what you said about the merch. I don't see 150 million. I don't even see 100 million back in 86.
Not
All
even
right.
baseball players now are making 150
Hold
million a
on.
year.
Let's Google that shit. Let's see what Google says. All
Shohei
right.
Ohtani's making 2 million a year.
How much money
Can I
did
smoke hookah on the live?
Michael Jordan generate in merch for Nike in 1986? Oh. All right, let's see. By November 1986, Nike had sold approximately 100 million worth of Air Jordan shoes and clothing as a massive success that far exceeded their initial 3-year projection of 3 million. The first year sales beginning in late 1984-85 reached 126 million, cementing the brand's immediate impact. Initial expectation, Nike hoped for 3 million in sales over 3 years. Massive success. The 100 million plus figure by 1986 transformed Nike, which was struggling in the basketball market prior to signing Jordan. Okay, so you were in the ballpark. You were in the ballpark. I'm not going to take that from you.
I thought you were just talking to the screen.
No, yeah, I am just talking to the but there's people on the other side. So yeah, I give you that one. You were in the ballpark. It says 100 million plus, and you said 150 million. So yeah, you're almost there. So yeah. Yeah, I was wrong. You know me, I admit when I'm wrong, bro. I admit
Do
when
you
I'm
think
wrong.
there will ever be another player that could outsell Jordan in sneakers? Do you think we will ever see that in our lifetime?
As the way it is now, no.
You don't think we will ever see in our lifetime
No,
a ball
you have
player
to
bigger than
start.
Jordan?
No, you have to start, bro. The trajectory is 41 years so far. In the
That's crazy.
United States, in the US alone, he leads the market. You got to remember, Jordan Brand is the top dog here.
The only person that would have thrown him off, but he didn't play enough because the injury was Penny Hardaway.
Oh, bro, but Penny Hardaway, yeah, bro.
When Pennies
Remember
and Jordans will
all
come
those,
out, they'll be like this.
yeah,
You don't
but
know what
you
you
got
don't
to
know what to
realize
get. Do I get Pennies? Do I get Jordans? Do I get Pennies?
you
Do I
got
get Jordans?
you got to yeah, I mean I dealt with that. I dealt with that when it came out, or the when the first Pippins came out, I loved them. They were
Yep.
great. But
If Iverson would have been in
Jordan
Nike,
Brand
Iverson would have had a better shoe.
has been consistent for 41 years, bro.
But why you
Consistent.
think is that?
Because you got to remember, he's the greatest basketball player in the history of the NBA.
But before
And
Jordans, it was Converse.
that's the number one. Well, aside from football, basketball is a big sport here in the U.S. Outside of the U.S., it's soccer. So you got higgers like Ronaldo, Messi. Those higgers are making money too off sports products and merch.
Yeah, when I'm in
But
Europe, you don't see nobody with Jordans.
now you don't see that shit. You
You
don't
see
see that shit.
Pumas, you see Reebok, you see Adidas.
Yeah, Adidas is the number one sneaker and football shoe, football as in soccer in the world. But
But
here in
before
the
Jordans, it
US,
was Chuck Taylor. So before our generation of
yeah,
Jordans, we everybody was wearing Chuck Taylors.
yeah.
So then Jordan came and changed that. Don't you think there's gonna be something else that's gonna come and push Jordan away that we might not see?
Nike Air Maxes was the second big thing after MJ.
Ah,
Yeah,
I didn't
I
get my
think
first Air Max
I
until I
still
was
think
38 years old.
I still think that not SBs were a big deal.
Yeah, but it never
SBs
would
became a big
overthrown
deal.
Jordans.
It would never overthrow Jordan. I don't think in our lifetime we're gonna see that.
Not even Kobe could have done it.
And Kobe,
Not even LeBron James.
nope. LeBron died. Kobe's shit died. Um, everybody that has come to the fucking plate, it hasn't been enough. Allen Iverson with Reebok died.
Iverson had two good shoes, man.
Iverson had them questions
And the answers.
and the answers.
And then that's it. Conversation was over.
The questions were better. I think the questions that came out
That was the
first,
first one,
they
right?
were better. They were better. Yes, they were better.
I need to get another pair. I only had the black and gold ones.
I like the black and white ones myself.
Yeah, man.
The black and white ones were great.
These
You
people
know,
would never understand how sneaker was in the 90s.
what do we got? Wait, hold on. He said, Larry G, it was because of marketing and his play on the court. Yeah, of course. Fat Boy, my guy.
Look, Barkley had his own sneakers.
Air bubble saved
Iverson,
Jordan.
Tim Duncan.
He said the air
Everybody
bubble
had
saved
had their
Jordan.
own shoe.
That's why Jordan 3 saved Nike. Bo Jackson's was up there with Jordans when they came out.
No.
Bo Jackson's, they were. I had Bo Jackson's. And I like
Listen, and
they
you
died
and
also. They died cross.
listen, you know about this.
died.
You know about this.
Mhm.
If you had anything but Jordans, it's because either you couldn't find them in the stores or your parents didn't buy it for you.
Yeah.
But no kid will walk into a store and say, "Oh, I want the Pippen as their first choice." No, I want Jordans. Oh, we don't have Jordans. What else can I get? Who's the next best player? Pippen.
Our parents only knew Jordans.
Yeah, and if
That's
Jordans
all.
were not in the store because back then they would sell out. They will restock them eventually, but they were hard to find. I went all through Fordham Road looking for the Jordan 10s when they first came out, and I couldn't find them. And
I
you remember Fordham Road in the 90s? It
remember
was all sneakers.
Alexander's, nigga. Alexander's.
Yep.
We used to get Alexander's. Buy one, find the other section, bro.
You know that Fordham Road was all sneakers in the 90s.
Yeah. Fordham Road was all
And it was all owned by drug dealers.
Yep. All the traqueteros used to
You
open up.
wanted some hot shit. You went to what was that store under the train in the corner where everybody used to go? Sammy's.
Sammy's. Yeah, Sammy's was good. Then it changed. Then we came Dr. J's.
Yeah.
Then it was the athlete's foot. Then it was and then just sneakers started going crazy. Listen, 1985 was the turning point for the sneaker world, and it was all caused by Michael Jordan. I don't think in this lifetime, I don't even think in my kids' lifetime, we're gonna see another brand go crazy the way Jordan brand has gone crazy.
Not even Yeezy could have done it.
I don't think no. Yeezy did good. He did his own shit, but he went and signed with Adidas, and that you know the story.
You think if Kanye would have still been with Nike, he would have dropped hot shit?
If Nike, yeah, I think so. I think it was more comfortable with Nike, but I don't think Nike wanted to risk. I think he was too much of a risk for them.
But I think they made a bad decision by letting him go.
I think it was a bad decision, but I think they didn't want to take the risk.
And it was a different time too. This was 2013. People didn't know about people who are vocal and stuff like that. Everybody was scared. But working with Nike, you can't compare it because Nike has so much material that are patent that you have enough to play around with.
He said, "I
Look,
made Dr.
Travis
James a lot of
Scott.
money."
The Travis Scott ones are not selling because it's Travis Scott. People are they sell because they're different. But look, Travis Scott gets his own sneakers and nobody cares about them shits.
No, listen, Travis Scott. This is what I've noticed, and listen up, everybody, because this is what I've noticed. I've noticed now that Jordan Brand is trying to slowly keep retro Jordans, but now put a different face on it. You got
Yep.
Nigel Sylvester with the
But I
fours
think
and
that's
the
a big mistake though.
one lows. Now you got Travis Scott, a musician, with the lows and whatever the fuck he comes out with. Like I always said, he could smack a reverse swoosh on a pile of dog shit, and it's still gonna sell out.
But I think that's bad though.
I don't think it's bad. I just think that
It takes away from the history of the shoe.
they're trying to just little by little just restructure everything, keep Jordan retro Jordans, keep the Jordan brand going, but now just putting different faces to the silhouettes.
I think it's
You know
bad because look, the Jordan
come back and do it all over again.
because look, the Jordans that he actually wore on the court, they don't sell because they don't have an artist attached to them.
Did you see that? Did you see that? The article that you posted up? I noticed. I'm saying, bro, these guys posting this up about sneakers that were unreleased, and that picture is from when he still was on the Bulls, bro. That was a picture from the 90s that they posted.
What picture are you talking about?
The one that we had in the group today. In the
okay, yeah, okay. You see, like those.
Yeah,
if those would have came out, if those were those sneakers are 20 years late. If those sneakers would have came out in 2006, 2007,
they're black 13s with red on them,
with the white pebbles.
With white
if
pebbles.
If those sneakers would have came out in 2007, they would have hit harder. It's too late for those sneakers.
Base Maryland said, I cried when I couldn't get the Jordan 17 college blue back in the day because my dad said he's not buying no $200 9.9 sneaker. I don't think no other brand could get me to break down like that. Yeah, and Base, I hear what you're saying, but the question was, do you think that we'll ever see a brand like Jordan Brand in our lifetime? Do you think
that should be a topic for the next show?
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about that for the next one,
because it's really interesting that in our lifetime we probably won't see it.
We all struggled when Jordan Brand or when Jordans first started coming out. You for the 17, and you know what? I never went past the 14. And me personally, now I like the 17s.
They're comfortable. I remember those.
I like the way they look, but I know that nowadays you got to size up for everything. He said never. He said never. It'll never happen. And I agree. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think we'll be alive to see it happen.
And that's crazy to think,
You got it, but we're talking about the greatest basketball.
Because if you think about it, if you were 30 years old when the Jordan 3 came out, you're close to 80 years old.
Yeah, but look at his son, bro. His son tried to do it. And what happened to his son, bro? He got hooked on cocaine, bro. That died.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no bloodline in that family. we would never be like, oh, that's Jordan's son. Nah. But think about it.
Yeah.
If you were 35 years old, let's say 35 to 40 in 1989, you're 80 years old. You're in your 80s.
I'm not in
my 80s. Yeah.
52. I was 11 when I got my Chicago's.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, let's say you were 35 to 40 years old when the Chicago's first came out. And you're close to 80 years old.
You're in your 80s, bro.
That means that there's 80 years old people out there walking talking about, yo, I rocked the first Jordans.
Yeah, well,
That's
I'm
crazy to think.
52. I've rocked every single original fucking Jordan from 1 through 14, except for the 9.
I did it
I
from 1
rocked
to
every
28.
single one. Every single one, bro. I
No,
could tell you about them.
I rocked from Jordan 9 to the 28s, all original.
Let me show you something.
But think about that. If you were in your 40s when the Jordan 1 came out, you're 80 years old.
I remember when
Like,
this.
just think about that. That's
I
crazy to
remember
believe.
when this came out, and this elephant print did not look like this, bro.
No, it didn't.
This shit did not look like this. The elephant print that I remember was darker. The lines were more defined, and
Yeah.
it looked like fucking elephant skin, bro.
But that's what I'm telling you. There's people that are 80 years old right now that could tell you, yo, I rocked those when this first came
Yo,
out. 80-year-olds.
80-year-old Higgins that tell you that I used to rock fucking Jordans.
If they were 40 years old in 1989, they're 80 years old right now. Talking about, yo, I rock Jordans. That's what
But
we're coming up to in life. That we have
this is
80-year-olds in.
this is why I throw a lot of shade at the new generation, bro. Because there's no kid in this world gonna tell me that these are fucking bricks, because you can't resell them for fucking $1,000 doesn't make them a fucking brick, bro.
And you have niggas in a nursery home talking about, yo, I rocked those when they first came
I
out.
rocked those when they first came out. I remember going to a fucking Bulls game and seeing Michael Jordan jump from the fucking free throw line with these on.
Yeah, that makes you realize life is precious, man. That you could be
Yeah,
80
bro.
years old right now talking about, yo, I rock Jordans when they
Yeah.
first came out.
And I'm proud. I used to be, when I first started this YouTube thing, Higgins used to tell me, "Oh, you too old, nigga. Why you doing this sneaker shit? You look weird and blah blah
We
blah."
grew up with
Bro,
this shit.
I'm first generation fucking hip hop, bro. All right, the sneaker world came from hip hop, nigga. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Queens. Shout out to all the fucking 5 boroughs, nigga.
Look,
We
I watch a
created
lot of
we
I watch a
created
lot
hip
of
hop.
I watch a lot of video game streamers, and there's niggas that are 30 that were 35 years old when the first Nintendo came out, and they're on YouTube, 78 years old, talking about, yo, I'm still a gamer
Nigga,
at
I remember
78 years old.
Atari. I remember Atari. I remember ColecoVision, bro. How you
That's
gonna tell me about Nintendo, bro?
It's
When I
just
remember
crazy to for me to
Atari.
think that there's niggas that are 80 years old that talking about, yo, I played the Super Nintendo when it first came out. What? Because when we think about 80-year-olds, we think about people born in the 40s
Nigga,
and 30s
I remember when a controller was a fucking square like this with a joystick at the
with
top
two buttons.
and a little red button. That's all that. No, the Atari
Okay,
had a fucking button, a little red button right here, and it was a joystick, and that's it.
that's
That's
it.
it. And a long ass fucking cable that hooked up into the Atari
Now
game
they have
console.
controls that fucking talk to you and shit and vibrate.
They vibrate. They fucking have
You could
bro.
talk to your friends through it.
We got keyboards that fucking take your fingerprint, bro.
That's crazy. Yo, life is crazy, man.
No,
You gotta enjoy this shit, man, because we're not here for a long time.
we're not gonna be here.
We're not taking any of this to the grave, you know?
No. My holy grails, my Chicago's. I already told my wife, when I die, you lay me out for the wake. Everybody can see, so everybody can see my sneakers. Before they close that casket, take them shits off my feet, bro.
I think Russell has my cat.
Who?
I think Russell has my cat.
Why?
Because it like I have her location right here, and it's showing that she's in their apartment.
All right, but if they have it, don't worry about it. They're not gonna keep her.
Well, I want my cat back. I want to go to bed with her.
Bro,
She sleeps in my bed.
where's my phone? Look at this. I got a fucking.
I thought the lady there was allergic. Yeah, well, what if she's not there and he just, snuck my cat? And he put her little hut next to the garbage can.
Oh.
instead of in the backyard.
Let me text him.
Yeah, but what if he's sleeping?
Oh, he probably is sleeping. I didn't know it was midnight already.
Yeah, man. Yo, we've been on this shit for 2 hours.
You looked all around the house?
She's not in the house. I know she's not in the house.
I saw her before in the house.
When I go on the side of the house, it shows that she's in there, in his apartment.
You sure she's not in the basement?
Because it would have shown that she was down lower.
All right. Well, he's probably sleeping right now, so you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Hi, Kobe. Hi, Kobe.
All right. I will text him and call him in the morning. Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. Where's he gonna go with your cat? They're afraid of your cat anyway, so I don't think she's in
I'm
there.
not afraid of my cat. He holds her all the time and pets her.
Well, she is, because you had to go outside the other day to go get the cat off the steps.
Because the lady's allergic to cats.
All right. So then they don't have the cat.
Do you have a knee brace? My knee hurts really bad.
No, I don't have no knee braces.
Like I can't even walk.
All right. So go lay down.
I'm gonna go look downstairs.
Put your feet up.
Yeah, Dad, question.
What up?
Do you think one day you're gonna wake up and be like, yo, I want all this shit gone?
I'm already starting to downsize.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a lot of my shit away. I'm
No,
only
like-
gonna keep like historical sneakers and shit.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Like I don't have
know
kids
it-
yet, but I would love to give at least my cards away to someone.
Yeah, well, listen, your collection is extensive of different things. My thing is just sneakers.
Because it's gonna come to a point where we can't even enjoy these things.
I came recently to a point where I'm being very picky now at what I want to get when the drops come, and it doesn't excite me anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Once I got the Chicago, the hunt is over. You know, that's another reason that's what kept me going, because
you could still be a sneaker YouTuber and not have to buy any of this.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm always gonna be a sneakerhead. I'm always gonna keep something. You know, I've had every fucking shoe that I've ever wanted. Plus,
But honestly, I think the most you'll probably keep is like 10 pairs.
yeah, I think a little bit more than that.
Really?
This is it. This was my main goal in life. This was the first shoe that I started with, and it's probably going to be the last shoe that I end with.
I think that's the only shoe you're gonna end up keeping at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah.
The thing is, you don't have sons, so it's like you can't. It's not you can pass.
Yeah, but who knows? I might have a grandson.
That's true.
You know? But it's the only thing that this was the reason for me.
You want to see the one shoe I would never give away?
Which one? Let's go. Let's get it. Yo, in his mother's house, he's got heat, bro. Let me explain something to you. This hicker right here, this hicker guy.
It's not no heat or anything. It's this shoe right here.
What's that?
The Jordan 11 Ease Lows.
Now, why would you keep those? Nothing wrong with it.
This was the original pair. This is the retro one. It came out a few years ago. I never wore them.
Okay.
It says very sentimental. I went with my father, who passed away back in 96. And we went to Fordham, and I was looking for the high top patent leather and everything. This was the only one that I could find, and my father still bought it for me. And I saw that, I was like, damn, like, yo, he gave up $100 at the time.
Yeah.
And I cherish this, and this is one shoe that I will never wear. I want a second pair.
There's always one shoe, bro.
And I would never, ever, ever give this pair away. This will be the shoe. This is like my 85 Chicago.
And I understand, because that's what I live with this shoe. Same thing. Not the same story, but the same sentiment, because this is what my dad got me
exactly
when I was 11 for Christmas, and that feeling that I got when I opened this up, there's no other feeling like it. And I got that feeling back when I got this shoe in my hand. What 2 years ago? Was it
And that's the
3 years?
thing, like sneakers for us have sentimental value. The kids these days,
They
they
don't.
don't, they
There's
just click and
only
buy. We had
there's
to
only
go to the stores, ask every manager, "Yo, you got the new Jordans?" No.
it's
Okay.
only
You had to go to the
monetary.
next store.
It's
There was
only
no there was no
monetary.
internet to check out release day or nothing. They just
Exactly.
popped up at the store.
Yep. They would have it in a case.
Yep.
They would have it in
And
a.
if you was cool with the manager,
He
he'll
would
sell
tell
it to you a week before.
Yeah, that's when you thought you had juice. Yo, he sold it to me early.
And do you remember before they came out, they will be behind the counter, and you would just go to the store and look at them, and he'll be like, "Oh, they come out next week," and you just look at them behind the counter, and you're like, "Damn,
Now this is
damn," and you'll
another
go
one.
home and think about it and be like, "Damn, those sneakers
This
look
is
so beautiful."
this is another one that I'm not gonna get rid of
That's the
because
breads.
the sentimental value. I know they just came out last year, but here's the value for this. The sentimental value for this for me is that my father got me into the Chicago's. He went and bought it for me. After all these years, 40 years later, my dad asked me to get him these, and I got them for him.
Oh, I
Of
remember the
all
story, and then they sold them at the store.
that, no, they didn't let me in on the line at undefeated. I hit it undefeated, but
I remember that. I saw that live, and your father looked so sad.
I had already bought him another pair. So when I saw the sadness in it, when I saw the sadness in we were driving home that day, and I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it, Dad. I got you another pair. It should be here tomorrow."
That shit is, and it's crazy. You have that documented.
Yep. I said, "Don't worry about it, Dad. I got you another pair. It'll be here. It'll be here
We should
tomorrow."
revisit that on a Throwback Thursday. Just
Yeah,
revisit
we
that
gotta
video.
revisit that one. That one was, you know, did you? I saw the look in his face, and I said, "Wow, my dad's upset." And I remember when he told me, it pisses me off right now. When he told me, "Don't worry about it, son. Don't worry about it, son." And I didn't want to tell him yet. So we got in the car, and I let him, he just sat there.
Yeah,
We were driving. And I said, "Don't worry about it, Dad." He goes, "Oh, what do you mean don't worry about it?" This He said, "Don't worry about it, bro. I got you another pair. It should be here tomorrow."
and it's
I
crazy
thought
how
I
life
thought
has a full
ahead.
circle.
I thought ahead because I wanted it to be that moment, but it wasn't that moment. But I got him another pair just in case.
But it's crazy
And
how
it worked out.
life goes full circle. Because when you was a little kid, you would tell him, "Don't worry,
That's
Dad, it's
that's
cool."
what I wanted. That's the effect that I wanted it to have. It went full circle. And the way he made me feel when I was 11 years old, I'm returning that feeling, and I made him feel that day. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
These sneakers mean so much to me. They're still laced up, factory laced, and
And,
everything.
and
Never
you want to
worn.
you want to get even crazier? The following day, I got that documented also. The following day, when I went to bring it to him, and when he hugged me, when he opened up the shoes, he started crying.
Yeah, man.
He started crying. My dad started crying. My dad never cries. And he started crying, and that's something that I'll never forget because it you know it
And
just made
that's the cool thing about the sneaker stuff, that it loses its respect because people just want to make a quick $20, but from the generation that we came from, every pair matter,
Mhm.
every pair matter. And I look at a pair of sneakers and I'm like, I could think of a story that was attached to them. The Space Jams in '09. I have the shoe around there. Inside the cover lid, my friend that worked at Foot Locker that time, he said, "This pair's for you. I hope your father feels better because my father was getting open heart surgery,
Oh wow.
and I couldn't make the line in Foot Locker because I was in the hospital in Columbia Presbyterian, and my boy worked at Foot Locker 181st,
On
and
181st. Yeah.
yeah, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, if you have a pair, like save me one. I can't go." And he bought that shit for me. I paid him back, but
Yeah.
he bought it for me. He wrote that. That's another shoe I will not get rid of. Is those Space Jams from '09, because it
Yeah.
says it in the box. It's like, I hope your father feels better.
Yeah, we all have us real deal sneakerheads. We have a tendency to have sentimental value with certain shoes.
You see, this pair means more to me than to
Yeah.
own that autograph that the perfect pair has. Why? Because this means more to me.
Yes.
This
I didn't
has this has
you
way
didn't
more value to me
I didn't
than
you
having
didn't
a
go and
sneaker
spend
autographed by Jordan.
you didn't go and spend 15,000.
No, man.
That's crazy, bro.
And this
To spend
crazy. I
that
could probably
kind
get
of money.
another pair for these on StockX for maybe under retail. But I
Oh,
love
I
the
think,
shoe. People,
and you know what? I'm not even gonna say that about the 15,000. I think his brother was the one that spent the 15,000. And you know what? It's his money, bro. Let him do
yeah.
whatever he wants. That's his money. If that's the. And I know that his brother passed away, God rest his soul, and he had a big connection with his brother, and he
And if
says it
they're
all.
real or fake, who cares? It's the story behind it.
To me, I say I don't give a fuck if they're real or fake. They ain't mine, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna get called out and then you're gonna make excuses and say, I got I got pictures and I got this and I got that, then you should be able to show that. And
Yes.
at least clear your name. You're up there. He's up there in the sneaker world, in the sneaker community. People look up to him, myself included. Myself included. I look up to the dude because his collection is fierce, bro. It's shit is crazy. But when you fall into a situation like he did, you should, if you don't have no worries in the world, say, here, my brother, here's some pictures, authenticate those. See if those
Yeah.
pictures are real. If these pictures make it real, then yeah, you know that they're real now. But other than that, bro, by staying quiet, people are gonna be like, damn, bro, them shits are off it. You know what I
It's all
mean?
right. It is what it is.
Pops has the good taste, by the way. Well, Pops had the good taste, by the way, and one stand the test of time. Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. They
And
don't
these
make
these 11 lows are way better than the pan leather ones, to be honest.
yo. I'm just saying the Chicago 85 Chicago's. A lot of them have stood because that shit. They don't make shit the same no more.
No, they don't.
Them lost and founds are flimsy as hell next to those 85s. I could take those 85s and throw them across the street, and nothing's gonna happen to those fucking shoes, bro.
And what's crazy is that those lost and found in 30 years from now are gonna be better quality than whatever is coming out of that time.
Yeah. Yo, Manita, what up, Manita? But I thought you were here already. Well, I didn't say hello to you. I'll say hello to you again. I prefer IEs over typical 11 lows. Also,
You never owned a pair of eyes?
what? No, I never owned a pair of those.
But it has like ventilation, so like your feet breathes too.
No, I see. I mean, you got to remember, I was one of those guys. I was a freak for 1 through 14. That's all that I knew for a long time.
But
I
not for you to talk about your business, but were you locked up for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, I was locked up for a little bit.
Like
I
what
was
you
locked
missed?
up. What do you mean? What shoes did I miss?
Yeah, during that time.
I missed. I didn't miss any.
I mean, you had to be locked up for a period of time, no?
Yeah, I was
Was it?
locked
It was in
up.
years.
I missed. Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. I went away right after he won his last championship.
Oh wow!
Right after, bro. Right after.
So you spent the millennium entering in jail?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, you got stories, man. You got
Let's put it
stories.
this way, I missed the Subway series, bro. I missed that
Listen,
shit.
yo, if you used to sit down and like talk about your stories, man, it'll be appreciated because you've seen a lot.
I've been through a lot, and I tell everybody the same thing. My
my trajectory in life, I caused it for myself. I was the guy that I had to explore. If my mom told me, yo, don't put your hands on that stove, you're going to get burnt. I
Yeah.
put my hands on the fucking stove because I had to see how hot that motherfucker was. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna we could talk about that. We could talk about that another day. And I'm gonna tell you this: there's only two ways when you go away. There's only two ways that you come out of there. You either come out of there and never go back, or you come out of there and you go right back in, bro. I've been out of there for 23 years.
Nice.
23 years. I never went back. Thank God, bro. Knock on wood. And no, I want to do good on this earth for the time that I have left.
I never been locked up, but I could imagine like losing your freedom.
You got to
Shit must be
remember,
crazy.
you got to remember the 90s. The 90s was a crazy era, a crazy decade. If you were young, if you were like in your adolescence, if you were pre-teenager and shit like that, it was a good time to grow up, especially in New York City. But
Yep.
if you were over that, if you were over the age of 18 and you were hanging around the streets and hanging out with the wrong crowd, it was deadly.
Yeah.
It was deadly. There was a lot of shit going on in the streets here in New York. And, I just happened to fall into something that I made a mistake. I made a mistake in my life and that I'll never make again. Thank God.
At
Thank
least
God
you
I'm
learn
here
from it,
to
you know?
talk about it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like you imagine being like locked up, let's say since 2006, and you missed this whole internet era so far, this whole
Imagínate.
shit, and you come
Imagínate.
out and you're like, yo, people, what is this little computer people have in their hands and shit? Like that must fuck you up mentally. If you let's say you did 30 years in jail, you're coming out like about right now. You missed the
Oh
whole
shit.
2000, the whole 2010s, and you're like, how do you even function in life?
Yeah. Look at what Fat Boy just wrote. PJ Tucker just retired from the NBA.
Ah, whatever.
Listen, I I you know, I try to teach people younger than me. I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to teach.
No, but it's good that you say these things. You might not
I'm not
change the world,
I'm
but
not
you might
ashamed.
change one person that will
Yeah,
change
I'm
the
not
world.
ashamed. I'm not ashamed of my past. Um to me, sometimes certain people have to learn. That's the way that they learn how to become a man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen shit in there, just the same way I've seen shit out here in the streets. Little by little, I'll tell you guys my story if you guys are interested. I'll let you guys know what's up.
Yeah, we'll do that another day.
Yeah, yeah, you would be a dinosaur. Yeah, thanks, Kalama. The streets are always watching. You already know, man. And
like
so's
I'm
my
I'm like
phone.
I'm 40 years old, and I'm like sometimes I sit and I'm like, yo, I don't have enough time to be bullshitting around. Like reality hits you when you're like 35. You're like, yo, I'm getting old,
Yo,
and
happy late birthday, Maldito.
oh, it was his birthday.
He said I missed his birthday. Yeah.
You gotta appreciate life. If buying sneakers is what you like, then go ahead. As long as you're not hurting nobody, you know. Like you
No,
said,
I just
like
now well,
Versace.
listen.
Versace likes his drugs.
Yeah.
If that makes him happy, it is what it
To
is.
me, it's like I'd rather him if when his day comes, there's nothing I could do about it. Even I don't give a fuck how much I care about Versace and he's my boy and I feel bad for him. I'm when his time comes, I'm not gonna be able to prevent that, right?
Yeah,
So I see him fucked up, and if I could bring a little excitement to his life with $5, I'm gonna give him the $5, bro.
of course.
Go ahead, bro. Go do your thing. Go be happy. Whatever the fuck you want to do. You know, like I know tomorrow I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna go buy him some shoes, and I'm gonna make his day. You know, and I just you do good on this earth, and I think that when you go, I'm not trying to push religion on nobody. I think when you go and the afterlife, all that shit counts, bro. All that
It
shit counts.
does. It does,
You know,
man.
I'm
And
not
it's
gonna come
crazy
back.
when it's crazy that some people don't appreciate the good that you do until you're
You know,
gone.
I'm one of those dudes that, you know, when you do good on the earth and you go, you know, all that shit, whatever you did counts. So if you did fucked up shit, you're gonna come back as an ant, nigga. You're gonna come back as a fucking ant or a cockroach or some shit like that. I don't want to come back as no ant or cockroach, nigga. I want to come back as I want to come back as a king, bro. As a
Come back
king,
as a Jordan too.
yeah, I want to come back as something, you know, worth something, and for what I did in another life.
And
You know what I'm saying?
what's crazy is like the day that you're no longer here, people will sit on YouTube talking about, oh, he was a great guy. The same people that shitted on you will be like, oh, he had a crazy collection. He was so cool, whatever. And that's why, like, I agree with you. Like, no more beef, no more, none of this nonsense. Cause, yo, it makes no sense to waste your time and energy on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people want to write shit
Look
about you, then whatever.
at this one. I said happy birthday again. He said, no, not my actual birthday. You said you've been locked up for a long time. Madito, you smoking that good shit right now, bro. I
Well,
started reading actually.
Kilama said at least come back as an ant with wings.
and, and hit me just out of nowhere, bro. Michael M gonna come back as a hantavirus rat. I mean, he's gonna come back as the hantavirus rat shit. Yo, Michael M. You a you a BAH, bro. You a bitch ass nigga, bro.
Yeah, I gotta come to these streams more often.
Yep. We gotta do this. You see? Everybody's chilling right now. We talking about life things. I like when we end up. It's a good stream to me when we could end up. I could talk to somebody and we could talk about life, man.
Yeah, man.
Talking about life. Let me tell you something. I never did drugs in my life. You know, I might have drank back when I was younger. I mean, I got hooked on pain pills after a surgery for about 6 months. But shit, 90% of the fucking earth got hooked on pain meds. You know, I thank God that I got myself out of a lot of things. And I look back at it now and saying, damn, bro.
And look, you
Would
get to enjoy your granddaughter too, which is a
would
blessing.
I change it? Do I regret any of it? No. You know why? You can't regret anything that you've done in your past, any mistakes that you've made. You know why you can't regret it? Because we all learn from that shit.
Yeah.
If we didn't learn from it, you know, then that means it didn't work. It didn't help you any. You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret anything from my past. That's why you asked me that question, and hell yeah, shit. I've been up north. I've been up. It
But
wasn't.
you
It
got to
wasn't.
survive. You got to live your life. You're enjoying your granddaughter.
Yep,
What
I'm
more better
enjoying
than
my
that?
granddaughter. I got another one coming. So I got another granddaughter
You
come
ever
on the
thought you
way.
would be a grandfather?
I never thought I would reach this age.
And look, man.
I never thought that I would reach 52 years old. I never thought that I would be a grandpa and see that. So just by being a granddad, it just made me want makes like I was screaming it out the window today. I want to live, bro. I want to live. I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to be with I want to see my granddaughters grow up. You know, I want to see them have kids. I mean, hopefully, that'll happen. But it's one of those things where I want to do that.
At least you could see her go to high school and shit like that.
Yeah. I could be around for another 20 years. Nova will probably have, she could, it could happen.
It could happen.
Be 21, 22,
One college
having a
year,
baby.
one college year, she'll hit text you, will be like, "Yo, I'm pregnant."
Imagine. Yeah, listen,
Like,
I'm not one of
and
those
you're
dudes,
gonna have to change your name to the grandfather dad New York.
bro. I'm not one of those dads either, bro. That I'm like, oh, you got pregnant. Oh my God, that smells so fucked up. Nah, bro. Listen, that the Bible says it, bro. Be fruitful and multiply, nigga. Start making babies. when you're old enough, you
Yeah,
know. And
just start popping kids.
yeah. Bueno, it's about that time, bro.
Yeah, man,
I
I
know
gotta
it's
clean this mess
night.
up now.
Listen, people. Shout out to everybody that's been here tonight. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you guys sub up, hit the notification bell, and we could do this. We could do this every night after we talk about our sneaker shit. And you know, I'm always up for the conversation and to talk about life things. I'm not the wild and crazy guy that everybody makes me out to be. I'm not no fucking messed up dude. But I'm willing to help everybody out. If you got a fucking question, bro, if there's a problem in your life, always hit me up, man. Always hit me up.
And
Solo,
I'm
that's
and
how
I'm a and I'm a what do
that's
you
how I
call
met
that?
Solo. That's
Yeah,
how I
I'm
met
a,
Solo mine.
2 years ago.
Yeah. And I'll always be here for every single one of you. And I'll listen and I'll give you good advice. And I'm not gonna tell you, oh man, get the fuck away from. I don't even want to talk to your ass. None of that shit. Everybody's life matters, bro. Everybody's life matters.
Who was
Everybody
that
has
that text
problems.
you? Who was that that text you on New Year's talking about that they were alone for New Year's Eve and you
Sugar
got
Shane.
online?
Sugar Shane. Sugar
Okay.
Shane. I didn't want him to be alone New Year's Eve, and I went live. And I never stopped ever since. I care about people, especially people that come through here. Michael M, bro, you a bitch ass nigga, but you're still a human being, bro. I know you got problems, and you know, if you need help, I'm always here. I'm always a helping hand.
That's
But
crazy. You lost a lot of people. A lot of people give their backs towards you when you give them
if
a name
you
in the platform.
yeah, if you want to troll me, that's fine too. But if you ever have a problem, bro, you can always reach out to me. I'm not gonna shoo you away, bro. Everybody's life matters. You feel me? I know,
Uh,
I know B Best don't want no part of you, bro, but I know B
Be
Best,
best.
Eric don't want no part of you. Lazaro dropped his addy when you asked him to earlier today, and he told you to come by. He'll pick you up at the airport if you want to come through, and y'all could shoot the fade. And I know that he'll knock you out in about 3.5 seconds. So but ain't no hard feelings, my brother. You're still a human being, bro. You might be a fucked up one, but we're still here. So holla at your boy. Yo,
Thanks for
um,
having me, man.
all jokes aside, Solo man, you know that you're always welcome here. You my brother, man. All right.
I didn't like how you attacked me the other day about the Jordan 88s and 89s.
Oh,
Remember?
because I told you the fucking viscosity of the paint wasn't the right fucking was
I was like, yo, fuck this nigga.
no, listen. You know that's all love, bro.
I
That's
was
to
going
add
through it at the moment and I'm like, the
Papa,
fuck?
that's
Like
to add spice, man. You should have just hit me up and tell me, yo, nigga, I'm going through it right now, bro. Don't talk to me like that.
no, but I'm not like the other people that get sentimental and they be like, fuck this, and
No, I know, bro. That's why I fuck around
I
with
brush
you,
it
nigga.
off and tomorrow's a new day.
I know you. I know you don't. I know, but I know you, bro. Like you're not one of those dudes that's a keyboard gangster like somebody we know, Michael M. Keyboard warriors. You're not like that. You've pulled up on me. We fucking met, and I'll always be here, bro. I'll always be here for all of you, man.
Same
You feel
here.
me? Thank you. Thank you,
Javier,
Solo.
have a
Appreciate
good
you, man.
night. I
Have a
appreciate it.
good
We're
night,
gonna do
y'all.
this again maybe next week.
All right, my brother.
Está
Yeah,
bien. Good
yeah,
night.
always. Yeah, for sure. I want that. I want that.
Blessed up, man.
All right, my brother. Peace out.
Hablame.
Have a good night.
You too, man.
Peace. Yo, This was a fucking stream. I don't give a fuck how many views it got. I don't care about none of that. Another thing, shout out to J Fam. I know he probably went to bed already. Shout out to J Fam for the $20 cash app. So to put in for a Versace sneaker pot. And yeah, because he ain't got no shoes. So if you guys are feeling the mood, I left my cash app up there. If you want to donate to Versace's shoe fund, because he's walking around barefoot in the street. So I'm gonna go buy him some shoes tomorrow. All right. Thank you everybody for pulling up. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Same bad channel, same bad time. All right. Love y'all. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, we gotta do this first. What the fuck we doing? All right, y'all. See you later. Peace out.
Depending on habits, I just gotta keep going at it. Depending on habits, I just gotta keep going at it.
Depending on habits, I could get to anything as long as I have it. No matter who's on top now, wouldn't matter even if they think that I'm average. To learning new ways of life is hard just to stay away when you're in tune. I guess staying optimistic, you're not right there by my side to we're through. We all just trying to get on, but retaliate when you know what we up against. Ain't nobody really on what I'm on. You should think about it before the odds get stacked again. Oh, for really? Depending on habits, I can run game without needing an atlas. If you talk about passion, I got more than you can ever imagine. So used to not giving a shit, but people who haven't tapped in within my word. I gotta have the same kicks, and still can stand that word, Humbly and Finch. I'm pissed off that my friends don't exist. It's part of life, but I'm going out like a just been that way since the beginning. So I'ma run up till I'm finished, and y'all worry about little image. While I'm in the scrimmage, if it was game time, I'll be willing to leave you in the post with a ball of your feelings. Depending on habits, I can get to anything as long as I have it. No matter who's on top now, wouldn't matter even if they think that I'm average. So learning new ways of life is hard just to stay away when you're in tune. I guess staying optimistic, you're not right there by my side and we're through. We all just trying to get on, but retaliate when you know what we up against. Ain't nobody really on when I'm on. You should think about it